assurance. That would be what we do while we're here, Shiloh, what we receive, the heirs to the throne of heaven. Thank you for the wedding. Father, thank you for sending your son. In any other way, the only way is to the Father, through the Son. So if you don't do that, you'll stand before the Father, where the wages of sin is death. So a blessed Mayflower nation. 1492, Christopher Columbus, followed by the Nina Pinta and the Santa Maria, set off, with the Mayflower to get away from the feast of the Yule, the sacrament of the Mass, the eating of flesh. They were Puritans, and they were escaping the Roman or the Catholic, Inquisitions, where they were killing people for not going to their orgy Christmas ritual of the eating of flesh, their king of the Yule wheel, the North Star. They thought there was a goddess of heaven spinning the Big Dipper around the North Star, and they thought the sun was dying. And so they prayed to Saturn and had sex orgy rituals Christmas. And they had that Yule wheel worship in the middle of the winter, and they birthed their sun god Jesus in the manger, the birth. And such perversion, Father. So thank you for spiritual eyes to discern the difference between an orgy Jesus, transgender Jesus, and the Father, your son, the one that sprang out of Judah. He was Leo the lion. He is you. I am. He said, before Abraham was, I am. Oh, Father. He is you, the lamb. David declared him the lamb. That is you, I am. Thank you, Father, for that discernment. Fire, sacrifice, and blood, and ritual. Eye for an eye. Fees and shekels, 5 shekels to you. Hallelujah for you, Father. Thank you for sending the birth, flesh, to fulfill all flesh. So to be a wedding. You already knew that. How did you know? Prognosco. I know. You already knew. You have foreknowledge of, because you wrote all this from the foundation of the world. Thank you, I am. Thank you for Shiloh, for his return. Thank you for Elijah, the flaming chariot, the one who battled those transgender Jesus prophets. Sex orgy Jesus, birthed in a manger. Christmas. Jail. CJ immediately challenged the jurisdiction in your case. Listen to me, CJ. Challenge, fuck you. They're in this chat, so you know the government. It says, Mr. Werner often live streams from his YouTube. That's monitored by pigs, people in government. Pigs. People in government are pigs. 40% of the people in America are pigs. They work for the government. And everybody supports is a bootlicker and a pig licker. And you're an enemy of the state. This is not a corporation. So CJ immediately, I hope you have piece of paper or a good memory, challenge the jurisdiction of the clerk. He's not a judge. He has no jurisdictional. You're not in an Article 3. They're all crimes or crimes of commerce under this corporation called America. So challenge jurisdiction of the judge. He's not a judge. There's only one court in America has a judicial capacity under the Title 18 statute. Everything is revised statute, code. That's for a corporation. Are you a corporation? All right. So challenge the judge's jurisdiction and say he's not a judge, he's a clerk. and say he's under either a first article, which is administrative, or a fourth, whatever. I don't care where you're at in America. This is a constitutional republic, not some corporation. So these are all crimes of commerce. Look, you're under a revised statute. A revised statute is the subsection to the Title 18 statute. Revised statute, that's code, criminal code. That's not law, not constitutional. So challenge the judge's jurisdiction. You could do this on paper or open court. You should do both. And say he's not a judge. He's just a glorified secretary. He's a clerk. He's just acting like it's just an act. He's not a judge. There's no judges in America. Well, there is, but they're all acting out of jurisdiction under the criminal code. Title 18, subsection, revised statute. You'll see what I'm saying. Revised statute, that's not a statute. That's a criminal code. There's no jurisdiction. So challenge that he's not operating in an Article 3. There's only 3 courts. The Third Circuit Court or Third Article Court has jurisdiction under Title 18 statute, not, remember, revised statute. Go look at, there's a whatever state you're in. I don't know which state you're in, CJ. Hold on, wait a minute. What'd you do first? I don't know what you're in. I don't hope I'm not talking to some pedo. Oh, careful there. Oh, slow down. So, well, I don't know. I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. It's not for me to condemn. So, it didn't do anything other than that. I'm not condoning anybody's actions. God is the condemner. Paul was a mass murderer of Christians. We were going through a lesson about 1492, sailed the ocean blue, Christopher Columbus, followed by the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. They were escaping the orgy, Jesus, Christmas. Celebration of birth is the most vain thing you could ever do. There's only 2 births in Scripture. They found guns in your house. So who cares? You have the right to bear arms. Your Second Amendment. What part of shall not be infringed do you not understand? Nobody can ever take your right to protect yourself, CJ. Fuck you, stupid pigs. Yeah, go see Grace and Truth, brothers, sisters. Well, pigs shouldn't be in your house anyways. Stupid pigs, idiot pigs, people in government. Anybody who works for a government is a pig, and anybody who supports is an enemy of the state. It's not a corporation. You are my enemy. It's the duty and the right of the people to overthrow this tyrannical government, and none of you are going to do it. None of you. You're just going to stand by and become the silent majority in history, and I will not be silenced. I will assert my right. Fuck freedom. There's no such. It's about rights, the right to choose. It's about the basic constitutional rights. It's the Declaration of Independence that gave us this right to overthrow the tyrannical government. They just sent $20 billion to Ukraine, and I can't even get a fucking attorney. Fuck this tyrannical corporation. It's not even a government. There's just a bunch of banksters back in the 1800s that turned it into a corporation. You're just too childish to know, so I'm not part of it. I'm always operating in a private capacity, never in Congress. Because I'm not a corporation. And if you are part of this, you're an enemy of the state, and I rebuke you. You're part of this tyrannical nation that just doesn't give a rat's ass about their rights. Fuck freedom. It's the duty of the people to overthrow. Form a well-regulated militia, but it's the First Amendment first. Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of, shut the fuck up, pig! Stupid pig! Free speech. And of the press. Put a camera in their face. Maybe they'll stop being such tyrants. Pigs. Stop being such pigs. They're pigs. This all started. There are people in government. They're telling you this is a government. It's a corporation, and you're part of it if you're capital letters, and you do not step aside from this. He said, be in it, but be not of it. So just keep being a pig or a supporter. You're an enemy of the state. Yeah, we have states' rights, but you go by this corporation, and you let them call you capital letters. I had this district, chief of finance, like a bitch, saying my name, screaming it as loud as he could. He went from red to double red, marble box red to, I don't know, it was like a burgundy, and then he went to eggplant. Never seen that before. Had a witness. So, and it's all, I'm going to put the FOIA request on these stupid state pigs. Tell them, stop looking at me. I'm talking to your pig in your camera when you take it back to your leader pigs. You tell them I'm not Lavoy Finicum. You tried to come out here and didn't turn out. Whack me, huh? You bragged at the restaurant. Yeah, it didn't work out. Did like you thought. State, bring your case. I want my son to be able to get these charges exonerated so I can go after the case. Will be national. It's too big. Change venue. I'm just going to decide to just represent myself. I don't need to wait for your OPDB fuck, it's not even legal. What you're doing is all crimes of commerce. That's why I subjugated the bond in this state, the merchant number, and you can't move forward in my case, can you? You had to vacate it. So there's no money to be made. Checkmate, bitch. Chief of finance, say my name, but not in capital letters, huh? Screaming it as loud as he could. Smack that down on the floor like February, Lupercalia, all that Nilly Seal, Cupid's arrow. Ooh, he was loving me. Yeah, he only had about 1 minute. He had to get out. He went into his office, couldn't take it. Neither could my son's counsel. Inadequate. All of it's inadequate. How the fuck could they send $20 billion to Ukraine and I can't get counsel to represent myself for 6 months? That's a violation of my Miranda rights. Adequate and speedy trial. You hold me up 1 second. You violated my constitutional right to speedy trial. And inadequate counsel is, and then fair trial. So see, boop, checkmate, bitch. You're already done. Chief of finance. He calls himself a district attorney. He's not a district attorney. He's a prosecuting attorney. He's not a prosecuting attorney. He's not even in an Article 3 court. He has no judicial capacity. His name's Chief of Finance Ted Martin of Lake County. Yep. Call me daddy. So call him, say my name again. So he did. He said it in front of everybody. He said it in front of two pigs, the state pig and the county pig, the clown pig, cop pig, whatever that silly little dude. I told him to stop laughing. Or what? Shut your face. Stop smiling. There's nothing funny. He didn't like it. Tell me that I murdered. Nobody got shot. I could have shot John Mogul 18 times. Told to exit my property. I already asked. Yeah, I thought he was a pig when he came up. Looked like he was in a pig car. So ended up being the a pig pen or whatever his car it was. But he it looked like a pig car. He looked like a pig. So I asked him if he had a warrant. I'll ask any of you if I have a warrant. I have that right. Under my Fourth Amendment, I have the right to be secure in my house, papers, persons, and effects. I have the right to warrantless search or seizure. Nobody can come on my property. Well, if they do, they can wander. That's not illegal to wander on private property, even if it's gate. Now they can't. He couldn't because he was service of his summons to this case, which was a trial that my son didn't show up to, and he didn't show up to his last one, which is news to me, brothers, sisters. But I'm learning. It's okay. Hurry up. Let's do this. Bring your case against Tracy Werner, but you can't say it again, bitch. Chief of Finance, Ted Martin, but don't say it in capital letters, right? Say my name. Say my name. Yeah, you better not ever say it because I'm not some corporation. I have states' rights before this corporation. I know mine. I have Fourth Amendment. I have the right to deem necessary force to, remember, be secure, houses, papers. That's why I told that other cop, shut your pig face. You're putting your foot in your mouth. That's not murder. I have the right. You don't even know your constitutional Fourth Amendment rights. 18 times you was told to stop, leave. I wasn't armed or whatever, but that man could have been shot. And then I told him to shut his mouth for his safety, to be quiet. I was live streaming. He should have known. And media told him, asked if he had a warrant. And he said, no, media told him to leave. 18 times he was told, leave, stop, don't come. He just kept approaching. That man could have been dead. They out in this county, because I'm pointing this corruption out, people normally say out here because the law, they're just corrupt, is the most probably corrupt cop pig county in the divided states of a corporation. It's not united. It's not states' rights. That's all been left back in the 1800s when they turned it into a merchant law under the Queen, brought us back under this. The Declaration of Independence gives you the right to form well-regulated militia, but first you need to have ballots, redress grievances. Your right to member Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. So I don't like it when I call them cop pig suckers or whatever. Hold on, I gotta let my kitty out. hold on, girl. You're my only girl. You're the only girl out here. I know you were in here. You fucking pigs. You fucking pig shot 4 tear gas canisters in here. And my baby mama Juniper was in here. And you fucking pigs heard that pig shit. You motherfucking pigs. Go look at the live stream. My cat, we have babies in here. Baby kittens, too. They kept launching tear gas canisters. Where are these fucking pigs? You're going to pay for this. I already subjugated the case, so there's no, you vacated the trial. I had to vacate my sons. I'm not sure of this, but I'm doing all right. I don't care. I want this case done now. Bring your case, feds. Whoever you are, you think you got anything against Tracy, but don't say my name, but not in capital letters. Yeah. Ted Martin. Come on. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. My kitty. My kitty. You did that to my kitty. Watch the video. You didn't even you tear what's this other jerk off? What as I told him? Man, I swear I'm glad I didn't go rope up on him. Anyways, it don't matter. It was the pin. The pin to the there you go. Said this didn't exist. They didn't throw this. This didn't hit me in the face. That's what he said. And you could see it clearly in the thing. The hole is bright, so that's all right. I'm not going to doctor. I'll figure it out. So have had a concussion since 45 seconds and then get there. So they truly excessive force, and I have all the evidence. So fuck you pigs, bring your case against me. I'm going to present myself for soon because I'm not doing your stupid program. You already violated my 6th Amendment right to fair and speedy. And I've said that from the beginning. You keep me in jail an extra week, you stupid pigs. Yeah, that's why Dan Spencer ran his inadequate counsel. I already told him, called the bar on you. So, well, no, listen, Trouble. I have to have appointed counsel, okay? Because I'm trying to sell my land in this case to get counsel. My son can't get counsel. We have all the evidence, and I presented it for months and months and months, and I've been calling on this years because I'm pointing out police corruption. So, police, people, government, and the clients, whether they're state pigs or in the county, they're just pay this criminal code, all these statutes, mandates. I don't go on dates with men. That's not a law. Okay. Code. I don't follow revised statute like Title 18, revised statute. That's criminal code, not criminal statute under Title 18 under a 3rd article court. It's the only part there's only bitch, chief of finance here, and only the prosecuting attorney who signed the special weapons. It's me. Who's let's see if they're just gonna bounce this string. Bring your case, feds. Bring your case. State of Oregon, bring your case. I want my son cleared of this. I'm tired of your bullshit. You don't have no authority over me. I already subjugated the bond in mine. The trial already. It doesn't matter. I'm taking it federal, so you're done. There's something called appellate court. You just thought you could get rid of me and shut me up, and you've been trying to do that for 10 years. So let's go federal. I already called for change of venue. Just sucks. I have to leave my fucking property to take care of this, but I will do this so that my son can be free of bullshit. So bring your charges. It doesn't matter. ORS is a revised statute under not its subtitle. Anything under the original Title 18 statutes is not constitutional. So I know my rights. I'm going to continue asserting them and documenting its discovery. And remember, suppression of evidence. You are already in my son's case. I don't even give a shit. You didn't give him fair trial. I showed up. I was the only one there. Where's all the jurors? Where's my list of 30 people? That I've showed you for how many months now that are involved in this case. That's why I have to do this, brothers, sisters. They say they're in here in my discovery, which I had to force. We just went through a hearing, which they violated my Miranda, adequate counsel, and 6th Amendment, speedy trial, fair trial. Can't be fair when remember I told that idiot came on my property, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, he was told to stop, leave, go turn around immediately after he came on. He had a warrant, so criminally trespass, they won't prosecute him. His name is John Mogul. Go call Ted Martin right now. Tell him prosecute John Mogul. Vacate. No, don't vacate. Dismiss all charges immediately because I'm still taking it federal. I don't negotiate with tyrants and pigs and people in government that have no constitutional right over me. They don't have any authority. I know how to assert mine. So they're just actors. There's no judges in America. You guys think they're judges. You're just children, and they've taken and stolen your merchant number, this old law, this written law on paper. And it's part of the Queen. It's part of your Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, and constitutional rights. If you know them, you can assert them. But they just filled this, all these titles, statutes, codes, ordinances, all this. You're so confused. You think all these are law, but there is no law. Only law under criminal law would be Title 18. That's the criminal statutes. Anything that's subtitle is criminal code, and that's not law. That's a revised statute. So that they have 4 felonies, which are it's beautiful. Charged me with interfering with a pig. These were state pigs, swine, filthy rags, right? I'm filthy rags, but I don't partake in unfruitful works of darkness. I might make a phone call and say, well, let's call this guy. He says 80 hours. Let's call and see if he did call Lake County probation at 5 months. See if he did call John Caligo at 5 months, and just to check and see any discover and see if that's true. There's 2 phone calls could have prevented a swap warrant. Let's go ahead and see it. Ryan Solberg at 17 months said Elijah could get off because he completed. It was the terms of his release. It's all, I have all of it. You can't run from my discovery. You have to prove. You is trying to bring criminal charges, which is still revised statutes. So it's not even constitutional because it's not in an Article 3 court. So checkmate. Say my name again. Ted Martin, Chief of Finance. You don't have any judicial capacity. You're a 4th article, which I believe is territorial down here, isn't it? That's not a judicial. It's still administrative. So checkmate. Bring your case. Guys, they can't even provide any counsel for me. You can't. That's idiot, inadequate counsel. Phil Studenberg, in open hearing, said he wants me to fire. You can't fire an attorney that is counsel. Phil Studenberg, you showed your inadequacy, and that's why I said I called the bar about you already, just like I did Dan Spencer when I showed up to my son's trial, and Ted Martin was screaming my name like a bitch, but not in capital letters. So say it again, Ted. Say it again there, teddy bear. Get on your knees and just at ease. So... But anyways, have to do this for my son. What is the legal battle? Hey, buddy, your audio doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, I don't know. It's because I'm having some issues. I believe the sun shot another X flare at our magnetic protection, our magnetosphere. So, I'm just government's in here, fucking pigs are in here, just filthy swine corporation, and they have no authority over me. So I'm challenging the state of Oregon, and I'm a logistical legal. It's not even legal. I'm not a revised statute. I don't know what to say, guys. It's probably the audio is here. I'll turn it off and back on. All right. Anybody else? Can I get a ex-CIA here? Fuck you, you fucking pig. Fucking person in government. Oh, did you come out of her, Fox guy? Do you support this? If you're ex-CIA, they're the Central Intelligence of asshole idiot pigs. They're just corporation. They're just Walmart faces. They have no authority over me. This Department of Justice, that's one office below the mass murder in chief, the commander of all militaries under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. I know my constitutional rights, brothers and sisters. It's not fuck freedom. There's no such thing as freedom. Get over it. It's about the right to choose. You support the CIA? Is that what you said, Fox Guy Day? You support the CIA? You're an enemy of the state. This is the man that our Constitution warns us about. Corvallis. All right. Hey, check it out. I'm fighting for the state. Look at this could happen. I'll tell you, this is a case. Tony Karsten was a rapist in Lake County, Oregon, who was allowed to move around, and he could have went out to Corvallis. That's Lynn County, correct? Or you're up by Albany. So in the same state, man. I got in this because I came out here to I've over from Lane down Lane County, the first largest county, not Lane, Lame, brothers, sisters. It is lame. They're down there. They're lame too. All state. The state's probably, this the oldest state. The Oregon is the oldest place in the northern hemisphere. Just check that. Okay. I could have been anywhere in the world, brothers, sisters. This is where Father wants me to be, is battle with these pigs and corruption in a beautiful state. If it's brown, flush it down. They got a problem over there. You might want to look at the map of the last selection of the state. You'll see how this works. They get this little tiny where Piff. I don't know what called you. Piff. That's all right. Piff, like Piffy. All right. So the oldest place in the northern hemisphere, Oregon is. They found an 18,000-year-old camel tooth in Riley, Oregon. Right here, they found the oldest clothing on this whole rock. Multiple sets of sandals. You can go see it. Cow Cave. This is the oldest place in the hemisphere. Oregon has already been said. They found. Go look at this. Just go research. Look up Salt Lake. This place is popping the most. See, I came out here and said, this place is going to crack off, man. And grow. I mean, I don't know where he's at. He said, fuck the police. Fuck you. He has affirmative defense. So fuck you. Bring this trial, bitch, so I can get my son fucking back. I have all the proof. 100 times over. I have thousands of hours of discovery. So bring your case against me so I get my fucking son exonerated, you fucking pigs. Fuck this shit. You guys are trash. I'm trying to sell my land over here to provide some, and he still works for the pigs too. Never forget, brothers, sisters, I used to be a filthy pig. And I don't know, what has he said? Fox guy, you going to answer? Or do you support the central intelligence of whole idiot corporate pigs? CIA, they're all alphabet soup agencies. They don't have any authority. They're just Walmart. You just don't know. Don't know your rights. You're an idiot. And that's not an insult. You're just got feelings like snowflake or something. The word idiotos is unskilled, unlearned. You just don't know your rights, period. You just don't know. I don't think you've ever taken the time to look. It's the word idiotos, just like ignorant. Ignoramus, idiotos. You don't study anything. Nobody will. This law used to be much more. You have constitutional rights, brother. So you go back to the base. They can't violate. Remember, they're not allowed to pass a law or unconstitutional. And anything after that is, you don't have to follow it. So this is a corporation. There's no judicial capacity of any First or Fourth Circuit clerks. They're not judges. They're actors in black robes. Fuck Dave Vandenberg. He's just a clerk. Already challenged in an open court his judicial capacity. So I've gone way too far down the rabbit hole. You don't know your ass. I'm on the hole in the crown. Okay, hole. Here, listen here, Cinderella. Go stick your fucking ass down somebody else's hole. I don't care. I don't care where you're sticking your square peg and whose round hole. Goodbye, Caleb. You don't know your constitutional rights, so you are an enemy of the state, and an enemy of the state is an enemy of mine because you're not asserting your corporation. Bye, Caleb. You can leave, and if you say anything, Jimmy Crack Corn, motherfucker, I don't care. All right, can't serve two masters. Love of Lucifer. Goodbye, Caleb. Ignoramus. There's no such thing as Lucifer, brothers and sisters. That's a made-up word, never written in scripture. What fucking idiot's world that I live in? The president's the mass murderer-in-chief. He's a commander of all the militaries. It's red or blue. Which flavor would you like? They did it in Rome. This is not a constitutional republic. It's been taken over. It's a democracy. It's a corporation, brothers and sisters. You think that there's judges in America. They're not. And you keep you're following with your rose glasses, and you're an idiot. And I'm trying, if you want to teach, I'll teach you. And if you want to listen, I can't make you hear. He gives only a ear to hear an apocalypse. I am Pastor Apocalypse. I generally am a little more refrain. I had thousands of hours without ever cussing one single time. But when they come and fuck my house up, and oh man, I lose my battery. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, yeah, I did. All right, I'm gonna have to go get Jimmy Crack Corn. You just won't get eat the face. Everybody's all worried. All they do is see what they see. You warned about idolatry. That's pornea, idolatria. It's all about every letter, every jot, every tittle. All about Shiloh. It's all that matters to me. Everything else you can have it. Jimmy Crack Corn, like I told you, motherfucker. I don't care about this. Yeah, all this flesh is nothing. My son even too. It is what it is. Hopefully that's what he's doing. He don't care about this. He knows they don't have an authority. Maybe he was listening to me. Maybe he hears. He knows he's a very wise man. Very, very wise man. That's why Father named him Elijah. I'm pretty certain about that. So. And at this time, under criminal law, he's still not broken any laws because he has the right to self-defense. And affirmative defense, a description of affirmative defense is self-defense. So a description of justification defense is self-defense and criminal. And it's not even under a revised statute, so they don't have any judicial capacity. So no, you're an idiot, Crab. Just leave. You're not getting anything because you don't understand. I am throwing fucking information. You're just an idiot. Leave if you can't get it. Go watch the last 6 fucking months and then go watch, the weeks before that. I'm pleading to these pigs, don't swap my house. I have all the evidence to prove. And now I'm telling you this government is rogue. It's not a government. It's a corporation. Just leave if you can't get it. Go do some fucking homework. You want everything handed to you on a silver fucking platter. Leave, man. Go do some homework. You want it. J.G. Wentworth, it's my burrito and I wanted it now in 90 seconds. You just take 3 days to make a fucking burrito, dude. Go do some legwork, Crab. You just wanted. Listen here, Mr. Crab Cakes. Take your SpongeBob under the sea, whatever ass out of here. I'm tired of it. You can't do no homework, no legwork. Fucking get out of here. There's plenty of content. You can go back or, get out of here and go look at the lives. Go look at all the content. Shut your fucking mouth. No, I won't assert your right to freedom of speech. I'll just buy. Do some homework. Everybody's J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and why I want it now. That's all I wanted was one phone call. It'll do it all. Remember? So I have the right to apologize for the cursing, brothers and sisters. Go watch Before All This Day and Never Curse Once, did thousands of hours. There's no such thing as Lucifer. Now, I'm not out of my mind. I could have shot 3 dead people they stalked me. They fucking wouldn't look at the evidence, and then they end up shoot my son. So, I'm going to talk about fucking pigs to the camera, to their face. I don't like this, brothers and sisters. I want my son to get his fucking evidence looked at, and we can move on with our lives. And I know it's father, so I apologize for the filthy cursing, but I just can't hold my tongue anymore, brothers and sisters. I just can't, and I apologize. I'm a flawed man. But I provided hundreds of hours of discovery they could have looked at. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be all right. Elijah has a affirmative defense, which allows him to protect himself from illegal prosecution under self-defense. That is, it's all, I know this, criminal, it's linguistics, it's logistics in this case, brothers, sisters. You have to be every jot, every tittle, it's all, you just don't know. You're idiots, and that's okay. I have no, I'm not condemning you. You're an idiot. And if you don't know, that's all right. Go back to your base. We have constitutional rights. Like right now, it is the duty of the people, not only the right, but the duty of the people. If our government becomes tyrannical, and it's not a government, it's a corporation, it is our right to form well-regulated militias. First, redress grievance before we go to bullets. Why do you think the First Amendment comes first? Freedom of speech, first ballots, redress grievances, then bullets come second. Get it? And I'm not condoning any violence. They brought violence against me. I tried to get them just to fucking call. They bring 30 men with guns and shoot my fucking son, kidnap my daughter, and then, I've been concussed in the face at 45 fucking seconds. So you think I'm happy about this? I'm trying to bite my tongue, but the one call could have prevented a SWAT raid. But they don't want to look at the evidence. So I wanted to bring your motherfucking case against me. Let's get this bitch in court soon, right now. Let's do it. Come fucking swap my house. Try to bring something else against me. I already took all the money out of the other case, subrogated it, and made sure that you can't have it. You can't get it back, Clerk Vandenberg. I did it in open court. You're not a fucking judge. You're a goddamn clown in a clown suit wearing a black robe, and I'm not afraid of you or the state. None of your 25 men you know, in armed men, and then how many clowns from the county are out here, county pigs and cops and fake clown suits or gangs. When I served as a pig, yeah, they're not law enforcement. Fuck peace officers. They're pigs. They're corporate thugs. They don't even know the laws they're enforcing. They're not even the laws. They're not actually, do not have any, they don't have any authority, brothers and sisters. They don't. If you knew your rights, you could assert them, and that's all I'm doing. I'm asserting my constitutional rights. I'm asserting the rights under the Constitution. That I'm not a corporation. So you do you, but I got this Ted Martin, teddy bear, fucking chief of finance down here being my bitch, saying my name, not capital letters, as loud as he could. He turned from red to burgundy to eggplant, brothers and sisters. So yeah, listen, I'm gonna make it easy. It's not, or this is, they've just clouded this with so much statute mandates. I don't go on dates with men, or that's not law. I don't follow codes. That's not law. He blotted out the handwriting and ordinances in the book of Colossians 2:14. They ran over a teacher in a pastor's house. Normally, I would not cuss like this. Again, brothers and sisters, you can find pastor, teacher, revelation, you know, teaching you the gospel, teaching you predestination, teaching you the 7-day, you know, cross, and with no cussing. I mean, they have the evidence. They don't want to look at it, and that's not my fault. So fuck this rogue government. They just sent $20 billion to Ukraine. They can't provide me counsel, and although I can't sell the land, I'm trying. I have land up for sale. I have 30 things, and not one dime has been contributed to my legal fund, which I say, okay, I don't want anybody to pay it. Father is my counsel. Luke 12:11. Oh, you be without counsel, and they'll throw you in front of their synagogues and their magistrates and their men, their fake judges, their men in their black robes. Do not give thought on which you shall say, I will give you the answer. And that's why he always provides me an open court, like if you were witness to history being made on the, you know, Gregorian lunatic calendar on 12/9/2024, history was made where Judge Vandenberg is not a judge. I called him out in open court and told him he's a clerk. And he's not a judge. He's not operating in a judicial capacity in an Article 3 court. He's trying to charge me under a revised statute, brothers and sisters. Gospel spills out of the mouth of the wicked. What the hell does that mean? Which gospel? They will come teaching another gospel. Yeah, you mean the sex transgender Jesus? That gospel there, baby manger? Is that what we're talking about, Venom? Because I know that other gospel that you speak of. I'm a teacher and a pastor. Warning, brothers and sisters. He warns. Be sure the second coming of Christ, what he took his apostles, took them to the side, not Noah is a return, you know, to be drinking and part, give him unto marriage, you know, when he came like a thief in the night. But be sure no mammon deceive you. So what do you got there, Venom? What warning do you come with? We got to blow it early for it's too late. You know, 3, no, final, let's go out and draw a fire. What do you got there, Venom? You anything? You spitting venom? You like 2 wings to the same dragon? You got any fire? Bring the fire. Hot or cold? What do you got? Do you know anything? I think you're an idiot. I think you're just trying to be some kind of philosopher. You got some of your own philosophy. Maybe your theory, is this theory some kind of conspiracy here or something? That's a CIA. That's a corporation. CIA, Central Intelligence, asshole, idiot, pigs, people in government. So, Department of Justice, you're one office, Bull the Pleasant, pretended. Mass murder in chief, red or blue, which flavor would you like? So are you spitting any venom? You got anything? Can you keep up? Can you keep up? Come on. I always declare with 2 witnesses. He said the Most High does not dwell in your plant. Okay. Well, you're a tree. That's what it says in scripture. But I don't know, because we're all birthed to the Pisces water. So you're not some alien. There's no such thing as alien. All right. You're a Central Intelligence asshole. Okay. Goodbye. Don't sup with vipers, brothers and sisters. Don't cast your pearl with these 4 swine. People in government are pigs. So let's get this pig out of here. What Father tells you, you can take me seriously, or I don't care what you say, what you think about me. Oh, I didn't care. 120 years. If he did, we wouldn't even be here. Let's take a pause for the cause. Thank you, Noah. Woo, man. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Shiloh. When you return, hallelujah, Elijah, the flaming chariot. Boom! Hey, what's up? Elijah, what's going on? The flaming chariot, you know, out of here. He left, man. That's crazy. I never would have thought that would happen, but good for him. I guess it makes sense. I can't talk really directly to my son because I want to break their stupid fake, you know, contact order. If I'm working my ass off, my first son, always had your back. And because if you didn't do, if you committed a crime, I already know you did the time for this particular crime more than anyone involved. And so I want to stop asserting the constitutional right someday soon, because they can't do this forever, hide this evidence. We will put the evidence forward that you did do the 180 hours. You went from Lake to Lane County and you did it. And we have all the evidence, and it'll come out eventually. And then you'll be able to get your life back. And from 17 months, when Ryan Solberg said, yes, you can get because you completed all your community service hours, you just needed to pay your restitution. After Dad called, John called you, all these phone calls come out, they'll have to pay. Already subrogated in this historical case on December 9th, the merchant number, and challenged the jurisdiction of the fake judge, Dave. Dave's not here, Vandenberg. Where's my son, Elijah? I don't know. He left like a flaming chariot. Fuck you, pigs, man. You couldn't bring this to court. We should already had this. Now my son has to look over his motherfucking back and worry. Hurry up. Bring your case against me now. You have no case. I guarantee you I will beat you in court. And I already did. Say my name, Ted Martin. You're my bitch, aren't you, huh? Say my name, but not all in capital letters, huh, Chief of Finance? See, I challenged in this open court that Vandenberg, Dave, has no judicial capacity because they're operating about 99% certain. It doesn't matter if it's first or fourth article. They're both administrative, and they're not in. There's only one third article court operating under the Title 18 statutes, not revised. Just like they're trying to charge me with felony ORS interfering with a pig, person in government. This clown pig was some Sam Birch that I guarantee when they look at all his evidence, he'll be more culpable and liable because he's the one who really fronted this. Well, actually, it was Mr. Pig himself. Say my name, Ted Martin. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. But don't say it in capital letters, but say it loud. Say it loud. Say it again. Say it again. Oh, yeah. Like in the military, when I was a pig in the military. Sound off, brothers and sisters. You have a right, the First Amendment. You have that's why it comes. There's a First Amendment first and the Second Amendment second. It is the duty. No, it's the right first. You have constitutional right and duty of the people. If this government starts sending $20 billion to Ukraine and I can't even get counsel, and I'm trying to sell my land to hire an attorney that I can fire. Phil Studenberg, you're inadequate counsel. Obviously, you can't tell even in open court. You said I tried to fire you. You can't fire an attorney. You can only fire an attorney you hire, not appointed. You're a fucking idiot, Phil Studenberg. You are a failure right there. You've proved in history you failed how to do your own job. Yeah, you can't fire an attorney, brothers and sisters, that's appointed to you. And he never even provided counsel. So I put him on Front Street and made history that day and had whoever that clerk was. I don't believe that was Dave. I don't think Dave was there. Dave's not here. So I challenged in open court the judicial capacity of Dave Vandenberg, that he's not a judge. I said, he's just a clerk, and I'm subrogating the merchant number, or the bond in this case, because it's not in an Article 3 court. It has to be. And so I told him the only way you're getting this back, I'm filing for power of attorney over this, what you guys know this is maybe a straw man. That's like if you only had a brain, you'd figure it out. You'd take this back from them, but you're a child. You don't. So they took it from you. You don't know how to know your finances, so it's taken from you from birth. But you have states' rights, remember, under the Constitution before this, forming into this fake Masonic, nation where they turned it into a corporation. This has been going on for a long time, before even in the 1800s. This is something you're just not aware of, and that's why you're a child, and that's okay. You're a corporation. I guarantee you haven't separated yourself from this corporation. I don't think any of you in here are actually have states' rights or assert states' rights. Okay, get out of here. You're a pig. This guy he beats women, his own sister. So you're filthy. I can't believe you came back. So, aren't you double tap that last drink? I remember it's a double tap is what I do. I'm an expert marksman. I don't miss, first in the head and then in the chest, right? No, normally I'm center mass, first in the chest, then the head. Just what I do. It's habitual, something you can take a boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Once you're a veteran, you're always a veteran. I hate this disgusting, filthy corporation, yet I still protect the people. And they go like this filthy fucking pig right here. who collects benefits off this thing and then goes and beats the fuck out of women. A history of it. So let me get him out of here. I know who this is. Somebody who's already, go look at the live stream yesterday. Spent about an hour exposing women beaters who can't keep and sit on a woman, his own sister blood, wouldn't let her leave, accosted her. Then she finally ran away, but she's not in his care. But he's still in this town, so he's a menace to society. His name is Michael James Bell Conan. Look up his history. A sick fuck, let me tell you. So, anyways, I did an exposing of him yesterday. No, this is a guy I told you that I helped him out during the COVID. The society threw him away. Go watch the stream yesterday, connection, and you'll see. And it's okay, Father. It's just more tests. This guy's, he done nothing. He just stole from me. I took care of him for years. He stinks so bad, and that's all right. Whatever. He's just, lay on my couch that for hours, the leather would stink from it, letting him sleep overnight and be in a warm place, just sleeping out in the freezing cold. And you try to help people, they turn around and stole the Noah coin that Diana, remember Sister Diana, because she called me Noah. But that's all right. I already told him to his face. He fights all my battles. You have to answer to God now. So keep messing with me. All you keep doing is bearing yourself, and that's fine. I won't touch him. I say, God's going to deal with you, man. You took from a man of God. I helped you for 4 years. So, no, I'm here by myself again. So, but hallelujah. Everything will work out, brothers, sisters. Fuck these pigs that are in this chat here and people who fakes and all that. Father's creating all and writes all things. There's nobody in here doing anything that's not being done by God's writing from the foundation of the world. So it's all just a test of our faith. And in this case, I'm just testing them now. Ted Martin's my bitch, and he has to say my name, but don't say it in capital letters. So I'll keep testing him, whatever. Have to eventually give me a trial or dismiss all charges, remove all charges against all parties in this case, go back and form an extradition of whoever took any kind of charge, and we'll go to federal court. It's going to go to a federal appellate court if they take me to trial, or they can't get Elijah because he bounced. And I feel so bad for my son because he has not done anything. He's still okay under affirmative defense. He's protecting his own asshole from being ass raped by fucking dudes with huge cocks. So I just happened to be the cock blocker, and he didn't want to eat a big Bob cock meat sandwich. So maybe Bob and his buddy double stuff him. Hey, whatever, he has the right to protect his asshole. That's his constitutional right. Just like they have the right, we should have already overthrown this tyrannical corporation, but people won't. It'll go down in history. Donald Trump comes put us back under the Noahide laws. They'll bring out their DARPA robot. They're already flying drones. That's the air sign. I told you on this channel. They'll what do they call that? Gaslight you with these celestial markers of the air, and now they got drones and boats and hoes, motherfuckers. Yeah, boats and drones, okay? Air and water. That's this age of Aquarius. They're laughing at you, and you don't even understand what they're doing. This is the age of air. Can you do military because you're even though can I do it? Or was that wrong? See yesterday. See what I'm saying, guys? This is bullshit. These motherfucking Iranian drones. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking veteran. I ain't playing no more. The war is here. You guys, come on. Trump's going to come in, declare another fake national emergency. I call for the fucking immediate arrest of Donald John Trump, that he declared a fake national emergency when the survival rate was 99.8%. Let's do some numbers. Let's go back in history. Usurped the emergency authorization using this remember all this trials, FDA trials of our virology is horrible, brothers, sisters. Even just 1 or 2 deaths, they pull this stuff off the shelf. Moderna never even produced a vaccination, brothers, sisters. So it's the number 1 drug ever sold by Pfizer, single selling product ever in the history of mankind, was sold by the largest drug dealer on this rock, who created that jab with his Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, all record earnings in 2020 at the start of the new age, or very close at the age of air. If you don't know what I'm saying, whatever. Just it's That's when it started, at the reset, the great reset that they were talking about, that I'd spoke about even 10 years prior, saying that year 19, 9, year 0, 0, year 21, sustainable development for the 21st century, Agenda 2021, not 2030. These people, they get cop everything. Oh, it used to be global warming. Now it's climate change. You guys let them hijack everything, but that's all right. You got to hold on to the base. This isn't a corporation. Well, it is if they changed it, but if you're not under the authority, if you're in capital letters, you are from birth, you don't claim it back by subrogation in an open court, then challenge the jurisdictional of the clerk in this case. And there's only one third article court in the United States. So all of these others are just actors, like men in Walmart, little smiley faces, stupid idiots like Executive Order 11004 that allows the Federal Emergency Management Agency to relocate whole communities. Walmart, the Waltons, World War II, they did that to American citizens. Focus, like concentrate, like OJ, the man with the glove, or the one who went to get his shit back? You tell me. No, focus. Back in history, American-born citizens in this country. I'm not a citizen. I'm not. I have the right of the state, but I'm not. I'm always operating in a private capacity, never in commerce. Always in a private capacity. My name is not all written in capital letters. This has been documented in an open court. That's why they can't prosecute me under some code, statute, mandate, or ordinances. Those aren't law, and I don't go on dates with men. So they do everything under a revised statute, which is criminal code and not statute, Title 18. They don't know this. You don't know this. 99% of the world don't know this, but this is how I will do my job. That Trump will roll on in with this fake national emergency like he did the first time, usurping the FDA trials of a 12-year trial to bring a whack the nation, the creator of the greatest jab ever in warp speed. Remember last time it took a revelation apocalypse sign to come, a crowning moment for a woman of birth, 40 weeks. It took less time. No, Moderna never even produced a trial. And how the fuck is that a national emergency if you 100% got it? Not if you got it and you had no existing conditions. The survival rate was 99.8%. How do we know that whack the nation, protein spike mimicker, gene therapy was working? Did the survival rate go from 99.8 to 99.9%? Lock that motherfucker up. He's an enemy of the state, and he leads this corporation. He did it last time he led the corporation. He didn't expose any Article 3 courts and jurisdictional. He loves fucking cops. That dude's a cop fucking boot-licking motherfucker if there ever was, and loves this government. He is a pig. He was the mass murderer in chief of the Republican side last time. Remember, he was informed of all he didn't do shit right. No, fuck you. He did it all with private contractors. Everybody in his clan, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, they all got record earnings. The number one drug dealer you'll see that'll go down in history is Donald Trump. He makes this fentanyl up there to make it look fucking, that's huge. They let that in, brothers, sisters. That's incredible. It's insane. I can't believe. I feel this, cleaned up the streets of Chinatown, remember, before the Beijing, and did the same thing right here in America. Where the fuck are all the people that day that Xi Jinping came on that parade route, that there was only got just a couple American flags, some rainbow flags, but all red and yellow? Isn't that interesting? If I'm not mistaken, as a veteran, when you go plant your flag in another flag's country, that's a takeover, is it not? But anyways, let's go back to this Ping G to old Chinatown with this they let that shit in here, brothers, sisters. And this whole scamdemic with people, fake. Oh, how about this? Oh, we're going to declare a national emergency for day one, bring the National Guard to your door like he did. He said he'd do with the National Guard to the door for the jab. Now he said he's going to do it again. He always declares two witnesses. Giannis, the two-faced jackal joker, if you'll look at it, as actually Apollyon Nimrod 58-story towers with the dancing Israelis at the bottom, the three of the two. Remember, let's drop Building 7, CIA headquarters. Fuck you, CIA. You're just your corporation. So yes, remember, I have the tallest building in the world. Who do you think's responsible for that? For the Blind 11. Donald John and his buddy Stinky Muskrat. How do you think they dropped the backbone? That building was built in 1973 to be rebuilt. 3-into-1 tower. Va, va, va. Why do you think his Barry Butt Buddy or Behind Buddy is EpiPen Island boy? They've both been to the island. Signed the top of the tower. Tower, like a Nimrod, 3-into-1 tower. That's exactly what it was. It was an occult ritual with the dancing Israelis at the bottom of the tower. Remember the Bushes? They're in cahoots with the Trumps and the Bidens and the Clintons and the, yeah, don't you remember Bin Laden? They call me the scapegoat Bin Laden. Remember? Yeah, he's an oil tycoon. He did business with the Bushes. Stay out of the bushes. So, you know what I'm saying? So, this is, you know what I'm saying? It's, these people just love it. They think, no, Trump did it. He's responsible for 3 buildings into here we go, some more Common Core math. 2 and 2 equals 5. No, 3 buildings into 1 building is a Nimrod tower, like his 58-story tower. You know, his signature with his buddy, 44 into the 1. He signed the top, we came. I ain't gonna go look at your history. This is not hidden. So I'll go down, not as a silent majority. You have a freedom of speech. First ballots, then bullets, brothers, sisters. You're not doing your duty as a, you'll remember the Declaration of Independence from this merchant, from this queen, purple law, whatever you want to call it. They've taken it, they're selling it on the stock exchange, and you don't even know what's happening, but that doesn't mean that it's not. It's happening to you, but it doesn't mean that it's not. Not one of you in here are, you're all capital letters. You're all part of this corporation, your corp. They want you're dead. You're a straw man, straw woman. I don't care. It don't matter if it's man or woman. God created one race, the human race. That's it. Different ethnicities, different cultures. If you believe anything else, get the fuck out of here, you racist pig. No, there's no races. One race. Get out here. I don't like racism. I used to be a veteran pig. You think somebody, when they have your back, you give a fuck how what the shape of their eyes is or how much melanin? Fuck you, racist. Get out of my chat. I hate racists. I can do that. Father says don't be nice. Nice means to be stupid, so I'm not considering be nice. So it is what it is. I can't stand racism. He only put melanin in our skin because how close he put us to the equator shaped our eyes. So fuck you, pigs, and you racist pig. God only created one race, not aliens. God didn't create one planet. God doesn't love everybody. Most people are going to hell. You can't be saved. People are just idiots. This is not a constitutional republic anymore, brothers and sisters. It's been taken over and hijacked since before the 1800s. Okay, you're just an idiot. You don't know, and that's fine. You're a child. Is what they did. They took your merchant number from you and turned this back into a commerce corporation. Back to the queen. Under your merchant number, it's by birth contract, it's written in capital letters, and that's why you say your name out loud in a criminal court that's not in has any jurisdictional capacity because they're not operating under Article 3 and they're operating under revised statutes, which are codes and meant for commerce. You're just too much of an idiot to know. And I'm not holding against you because you're an idiot. You're just an idiot, and that's okay. I can't hold it against you because you don't know. You haven't had an apocalypse. The scales have not been removed from your eyes. You don't even see what the fuck I'm saying. It's falling on deaf ears, and that's okay. Just keep going along. You fucking enemy of the state. I rebuke you. You're a fucking enemy of the state to me if you're all in capital letters. Get off my fucking channel. Unless you're willing to remove yourself from this state, that has become a corporate. It used to be 13 colonies. We had a Declaration of Independence, and this government becomes tyrannical. It is the duty, the right, but the duty of the people to overthrow the tyrannical government. I can't even get a goddamn fucking appointed counsel, Inadequate counsel, Miranda, and a violation of my 6th Amendment speedy trial and fair trial. And they're going to give motherfucking money to Venezuelans and people to fucking in Ukraine. Fuck these pigs. And if you support this, you capital letter piece of shit, get the fuck off my channel. It's time for you to go. Let's narrow this channel down to only people who are not written in capital letters. Time to go. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care who you are and how long you've been here. You got to separate yourself. He said, be in it, but be not of it. He said, don't hang out with pigs, people in government, swine. Cast your pearls before swine. You're an enemy of the state if you're written in cap. See, you are, because they don't want you to know your rights. You have state rights before this, 13th president, fake Mason, George Washington, who, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. There's a lot going on here, brothers and sisters, you're not paying attention to, and that doesn't mean that it's not happening. Once again, this is a corporation. It's not a constitutional republic. They've changed it. They broke their contract under that merchant number. They have to double back, and I took all their subrogation and will continue to pursue this case until they eat. It's going to a federal court. Fuck appellate. Watch, they'll change a venue before they ever take me to trial, and they can't find my son, so I don't know where the fuck he went, and I'm so pissed about that because he had come so far and he's still not guilty of anything because of affirming he has the right to protect himself from a bleeding asshole. Self-defense. So fuck this state and fuck this federal fake government. It's all a bunch of bullshit. You're just a capital letter name, and I fucking can't stand that you have no knowledge of this, and that's okay. I'm teaching you now, and I can't hold it against you. You're an idiot. Most people are. 99% of the people in this world think that the new year starts in the middle of winter. You're just a fucking idiot. You're a lunatic, and you go, it's 5785, asshole. You might want to get with the times. It's not 2024. I don't know where I know where you get it from. You're a lunatic, and you love your sex orgy calendar, and so does 99% of the world. So come at her, my people. That's all I can tell you. Be in it, but be not of it. Cash is king. You might want to get away from this. Wings of an angel, fight or flight. You got two options here. So he chose me to do this with my mouth. I've never brought violence. Uh-oh, there he is. We know who that is. It's the same Michael Belconnen, James Belconnen. I encourage you to look up this guy, a woman beater. He's here in Lake County. He's a menace to society. He'll run his car into everything he steals. He's a thief, and his name is Michael James Belconnen. He keeps coming in here under the same. This guy loves the internet. He's used his sister's name to sell stuff. If you want to look her up, Avery Belconnen. So Jim Bean on the internet under Facebook, Jim Bean. So you want to see his history. I told him, he just keeps coming back and he got nothing better to do, but Father will take care of him. I already said to his bitch ass to his face, I'm not going to do anything. Father's going to take care of you. So I let God fight all my battles. So I'm not worried about some clown who shits in a cup and lets his fucking dog eat it. So, you know what I'm saying? I told him, that's sick, dude. You're going to get your dog. So he don't give a fuck. He'll just sit on his own fucking blood and keep her, accost her body. And after I told him, I know you're beating her. She won't say anything because you're beating her. She doesn't have a right answer. So it's okay. This whole nother, like I said, the feds are going to go after this guy, I'm sure, too. He's got murder in his background. Dead bodies. He says dead hookers. So they'll find him. He can't get away from it for everybody, forever. He's part of this. He's still here. He keeps staying in the same place. So it's all right. I'm not afraid of anybody in this county. But it's I've tried. So you will try to help people to turn right around and backstab you every time. But Father did that. Father made him be an idolater and a lover of self. And I tried to help him, told him he's a Nephilim, he's a bully. He uses he scares the fuck out of people by threatening them. And he makes them, extorts them. So Father knows, and I know too. He can't hide. See, the great thing, brothers and sisters, is Father sees your intentions, Shiloh. So whatever he's getting away with now, he will not. He will pour out a just measure on all. So I've told this, and he just keeps digging his own grave. Like I said, not me. It's his own deal, not mine. I've already told him to exit, so he just keeps making a larger case against himself, and they'll get him because he truly is. I believe. I wouldn't say that. I don't want to. He's a menace to society. Look how many vehicles this man has crashed, and he just crashed out of a man's house. He came back and beat him with a hammer because he did that, because he stole his gun. So it's already seems as if it's pouring out on him. So it doesn't matter. He's not going to listen. You know what I'm saying? He always has this same thing. So we've exposed who it is, and I'm not going to give him any more time. We'll just any other account you come in, that's fine. James, Jim Bean, Avery Belconnen, all your aliases. It's okay. You're not going to do anything. You got to remember, I'm more concerned for Shiloh. That's my love. You're just dirt, and you're just. I tried to help you, and you know that for 4 years. So you got to answer for whatever you're doing. I'll answer for whatever I've done. You'll pour out a just measure on both of us. So I think you should go turn yourself in. Remember the dude that beat you with a hammer? Where's your guns that you stole from that man? Aren't you a felon? I don't think you should be having guns. So, but don't worry. You're in this county. Remember, people, if you go on the wrong property out here, they'll fucking bury you because they know that the Lake County sheriffs won't do shit. That's the community page that you've been on, where I met you on Facebook Marketplace out here on the community page. Remember, because you didn't like cops. That's it. That's all. That's history will show. That's the only reason you and I had any. That's the way I already put it out there for every. You know what I'm saying? So isn't this such a beautiful thing? It's being exposed in a witness, and you guys, and I apologize. It just, this is how God works. He brings a man who's still right down, the road, who I've told exposed all this, and the cops shouldn't, they should be on this man, removing him out of society. I do believe he has a extensive background that he's not telling about, but he does have one that you can find, and so it's okay. These pigs out here, Lake County Sheriffs, like I said, if you go on the community page where I originally met this guy, because he said something about the cops and whatever, bumped on that, and that's the way it is. It says out here that if you go onto people's property, they'll shoot you because the cops won't do anything about it. They're so corrupt. So that's why they won't do anything about people like this. That's right here. This guy's right in my own, area, and I'm not striking back and doing anything to him. I'm not worried about him. He's not worth my time. So he'll continue to do what he does, and I'll continue to do what I do. And it's just, he got nothing better to do to shiver over there in Christmas Valley, Oregon, at his property, or he's over here at the one that Jennifer has taken from him. The woman I saw him beat driving down the road, literally endangering my life by hitting a woman while driving down the road, guys, in a moving fucking car. I was so pissed. I laid into both of them. So he has an extensive physical abusive. He very physically and mentally just tortures people so much that they'll buy him things. He had a whole collection of guns that he talked about. It doesn't matter. I have nothing to hide. It is what it is. Try to help somebody. They turn around and steal your Noah coin. Steal my Noah coin, guys. The day it'll show that it was here before in the live streams, and that, or whatever, in the day here was, I made him leave, that it disappeared. So he'll answer the Father. I'll stop addressing you, Michael James Bill Conan. The Lord Most High is watching you, Shiloh, and you keep coming against a man of God. He will pour out a just measure, not me. I don't care what you do. You're just some. I mean, dude, you sleep on this couch, remember here? And I'm not, whatever, I ain't trying to point out, and it stinks for fucking hours, dude. Hours. The smell doesn't come out of that fucking couch because I'm nice enough. I don't want you to sleep, and I want you to sleep. Nicole, try to help feed you fucking 3 meals a day. Treat you all like you're my own brother. He tells us up with the vipers. That's what I get for letting you in. You knew I was a snake before you let me in. Well, I didn't know. Whatever. Remember, it was off of, you didn't like cops. So that couch right there stinks for fucking hours that I can't get out and that's all right. So, and I'm not just saying. So think about it, and think about what, how I tried to help you so many times, and you're in here, harassing me, and that's okay. You're not harassing me. It's not doing anything. Father sees what you get away with and will pour out a just measure, because I know the only way to I tried to show you Shiloh. I told you you're being a Nephilim, remember? But you go back to your bully ways, and so Father will take care of you now. You don't have any. I don't believe. I won't condemn you, but if I judge you with righteous judgment, you will not be judged by Shiloh. And under the judgments of Father, the wages of sin is death. The wages of sin is death. One sin. So good luck. No, there's no such thing as luck. You know what I'm saying? Michael James Bill Conan, Father is making you do this because you are doing what is called idolatry. You're a lover of self. So enjoy your the time that you have on this rock. I really would hope that you might try to find a way to again come back. The only way to the Father is through the Son. So he's my love. You're just dirt, and nobody here on this dirt's going to take that from me. I won't let anybody. So you took advantage of me, yes, when you came back into my life. Oh, I'm sorry you got swatted. I should have just told you to fuck off. Towed your vehicles out to the fucking park and never talked to you again. But I took you in again. So Father knows, Shiloh knows. He sees what the world doesn't see, and sees both yours and my intention. So I'm not concerned about it. Much I appreciate Father always testing me like this, brothers, sisters. There's things that I cannot even explain, and all the world will see with it, all the things we've been put through. So again, I know for 4 years, guys. I met this guy 4 years ago, and it is what it is. People turn and steal right behind your back, so it's okay. I'm just exposing it because he'll keep coming in under Calci. The people like this, they can use the internet to create multiple, and he has many, many aliases. He doesn't have the same name. He goes by multiple. He wouldn't even go by his real name. So that should tell you something about him. But All right, all done toying with you. Fish on, trolling. I'll go ahead and I'll see you by your fruit, because you'll come in, you'll say something, idiot and Satanist and the adversary to the Hamashiach and my love, and you'll be in the opposition, and I won't worry, because I'm only here for just a country minute. And well, if I go to the same place with you, and then I'll see you in hell. I don't think I'm going to come back and be ruled. Okay, I don't think you're going to come back and be ruled. I do think that potentially that you and I could both go to what is called the abyss, or I go to be a king and you go to the abyss. There's no other way for me. I don't think so. I don't think, maybe Father would torture me again. As I said, the worst thing was ever not to come back and hang out with you hell, because you don't know what that is, but come back and be with my love. I can't be here. I don't want to be on this earth. I'd rather go hang out in hell with you. But I'm not going to condemn you, Father. Maybe you will come back as earth. Maybe you will be ruled. I don't know how you can do that, because you're fucking just disgusting, filthy. Well, I know you by your fruit. I judge with the righteous but judgment. So I did try to help you, and that's okay, because he said, be charitable, be with the downtrodden, the sick, the weary. Shiloh didn't hang out with a bunch of rich people and stuff. So remember, you have Social Security, and I don't. I have zero income, any money coming in at all, none. And you have Social Security coming in every month, and you stole from me. So enjoy the rest of your getting right back on and creating another account so you can come back in, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. I know why you're doing that. Father makes you do it. So he creates and writes all things. So it's not anything that I'm even concerned about. I'm not anxious. He will protect me. If, anything that is going to happen won't be by not already written from the foundation of the world. So thank you for making the word of the Father and Shiloh come to fruition. You don't even know you're playing your part. You're programmed like an android. Oh, there's all our lights, guys. I got no more lights, but that's okay. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not want. I'll get rid of Michael James Belconen, a man that shits in a cup. And I told him, stop letting his dogs eat that, dude. That's filthy. You're gonna make your dog sick. He don't care. He just care. So, hey, brothers, sisters, we're all filthy rags. Why would I not try to help the guy? I feel like society. I fell for his, he didn't like cops. So that's the original. God is my witness. You'll know his father is Shiloh. That's how I ended up Jim Bean on Facebook, here on the local page. So thank you, Father, for another test. It should be focused on Elijah, but it is. He wants me to do this. And so I can't believe he can just sit in this county. He's part of this case too, brothers, sisters. He brings in another witness to another case with Angela. He was the man there again that I tried to help him out and bring him over to help me out and give him some labor, some ability to work, and try to give him a come up. I didn't even have income, and he does, and he takes and just blows his on shit. And I'm still trying to help the dude. It is what it is. Jimmy Crackcorn. And thank you, Father, for the test. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Father, for rating all things. That wasn't my will. I didn't ask him to come in here. I'm not asking him to keep coming out and create counts. I told him, Father will deal with you, so he will. Or gay. Never. Just wants to try to get me to lash out and go use my Second Amendment right or something, do something stupid, and I'm not. He's not worth it. He's just dirt. The dude's just dirt. We're all dirt, so I don't care. Jimmy Crackcorn, like I said, I told him to his face. All right, guys, I got to plug this battery in here. Give me a second. Much agape and phileo. Thank you, Father, for all the wicked and the good and the bad. Thank you for Shiloh. Thank you for evil. Thank you for everything. He says, thank you for all things. Thank you for sick Michael James Belconen. Man, just so there you go. Look at that. And no, there'll be no cellular data showing that. You're a sick fuck, Michael James Belconen, saying that you're my son. Look at this, guys. Look how sick this guy is. This man just is fronting. Has this ever happened to you guys? You guys know my history. Some of you guys are witness. We all get tested differently, brothers, sisters. That's about as low as you can go. And he did it before. Now I realize he's already done that. To front as my son is just sickening, just absolutely fucking filthy. The IP address will show it's still Michael James Belconen. Do you guys ever get tested like this? Does Father test you like this? Do you guys have an easy life? If you stand up against evil, brothers, sisters, you're going to get attacked. So, and that's fine. It doesn't, It's not. There's nothing. There's nothing behind it. Darn it. Hold on, guys. I got to get the... This is a test. This is only a test. Like faith, like Daniel. Watery clay there, stinky Elon fucking muskrat, you fucking pig, you black-headed MAGA fucking idiot. Stinky Tesla. Can't get a fucking car to go 1,000 miles. Oh, 500. We had a Tesla. Oh, wait, we had a car on a single charge go. You charge your sister for those batteries, you sick fuck. Yeah, on a single charge, brothers, sisters. Remember the MAGA blackhead idiot up there with Mr. Donald John? You know, there's a bigger thing going on. So it's all just to test your faith, brothers, sisters. Anybody get tested, the more you do not unfruitful works of darkness, children of the darkness. Any children of darkness, people, you know, you'll know them by their fruit. You're not judging them by their cover. You'll know them by their fruit. So, oh, now see, look at these, all these. This is how creative this guy. He's got multiple accounts running. And he always comes with the same thing. Anybody get tested? Because you guys have been in here and been a witness to this guy doing this. This is Michael James Bill Conan behind these Dan Spencer and can't spell Sam Birch the right way. Remember already, he keeps doing it. This is total harassment, but it's okay because I'm not worried about it. I'm still going to teach, brothers, sisters. Like I said, it's a test. There's nothing will get my faith like Daniel, not Elon Stinky Muskrat and all his fancy bullshit and all that. None of that. Got my eye on the prize, brothers, sisters. Eye on the prize. So, this other, I need to charge this other cord. So eventually I have to have some more, put some light on the subject. All right, there we go. We're charging, boys. Okay. Thank you, Father, for all things. All right. Okay. Anyways, I appreciate the support over the last 6 months this ministry has shown, and you guys all get to be a witness of the test of my own, you know, here, even this, you know, all things, it's all being recorded. So I appreciate that I have this documentation, and it'll all go down in history. So I won't be able to run away from any intentions or judgments. Father is a writer. If you put yourself under him, the wages of sin is death. If you rip Shiloh, Hamashiach, down from the tree, and my son Elijah John Werner knows that, and he knows he doesn't love this world, and it takes a lot of balls to, I guess, I didn't want him to have to look over his back, but I'll get it taken care of, brothers, sisters. I will. These people, I'll take this to a federal court, and again, Michael James Bill Conan will be summoned into that case. So he's just creating a bigger case against himself, and I've already told him to stop, but he won't, and that's okay, because again, when this goes to a federal court, he'll have to be summoned. He's part of my Angela case. He was the man, again, and it doesn't matter because it's already been documented. He can't change his story up. If he did, it doesn't matter. It's already documented that he was there and that day, and it doesn't matter. We have phones on us all the time that record everything. Cellular data showed that the Trump second shooter sat in the bushes for 12 hours, got 45 miles away. So not worried about anything coming against me. My concern is that I haven't done this life correct, and I have to come back here and be on this earth and be without Shiloh and be ruled. There's the ruling class, the upper class, the heavens, and the earth below our feet. Earth is the ruled. So I'm hoping not to come back as the earth. I'd rather go sit in hell and gnash teeth. But that's not me. That's what they call condemning, and I'm not condemning myself. Just like I'm not I didn't condemn this man for what he was doing, in his past to try to help him out, and he just don't want to help himself. So he'll be a part of the federal case, and he'll be summoned. Eventually, they'll find him, and he'll have to answer for all these other things when they do an investigation on him. So I'm not concerned about it. This county thinks they can ramrod, this case through with some kind of bargain to the soap, and bend over and get a cock meat sandwich. Oh, wait, you already ate that. No, you get double stuff. Maybe they'll go ahead and do it at the same time. They'll put you in the front and the back twice, so you get triple stuff. Do they have a triple stuff? No, that's you, and you get paid to do it. So under this corporation. So let's get back to the lesson. I'm not distracted by just pointing out, because it's all part of this evidentiary, because it does say that, again, remember Mr. Werner broadcasts from his Predestined for Light channel, same channel now, and the law enforcement are watching. So fuck you, pigs, and all you government corporation. You're just you don't have any jurisdiction. You're not operating in a title, right? No, Article 3. You're just you're just Walmart to me. All you're just smiley faces. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you have no jurisdiction over me. I have the right, constitutional right, and you can't take that from me. That's just a beautiful thing about the Constitution. It does protect us, brothers and sisters, but you have to know how to assert your rights to be able to. You don't use them, you will lose them, and that's what most people have done. They've given up their rights to the corporation in open court many times now. I'm not part of this corp. Corp, as you know, corp is dead. Statutes, no, revised statutes. That's a code, criminal code, not an original criminal statute, Title 18. So it's all a rouge, and you're getting away. No, they're getting away and making away with your money, and they've been doing it since you were born. You just don't know because you're an idiot, and that's okay. I'm not holding it against you once again. So I will get these stupid fucking cop pigs down here in Lake County, Oregon, Oregon's a beautiful state, guys. We just have a problem. I moved in this town knowing that there was corruption when I moved here. So it is okay. I sat on the Chamber of Commerce, told this place was going to pop off and grow. How did I know that? This place was there were 13 tongues spoke in this valley. The oldest clothing on this fucking rock was frying right here. Multiple. So this is the oldest place in the Northern Hemisphere. So I told them this place will recycle. Fuck you, you stupid farmers. You fucking incoot with the pigs out here. You're an enemy of the state. Anybody who supports this government, this corporation called America, and this current illegal, tyrannical government is not exercising your right under your Declaration of Independence, and you are my enemy, just so you know. And I'm going to thin down this channel by that. I don't want you to be subscribed to this channel if you are not willing to leave this corporation and declare it loud and clear. Go down in history saying, I'm not part of this corporation. My name is not written all in capital letters. Go back on any case, challenge the jurisdiction of the fake judge, and then subrogate all that merchant number, what you call it's a credit. You're a card, and in this case, you're a child, and they're playing you like a deck. There's not 52 months in a week. There's not 12 months in a calendar. You just go by all this other bullshit because you're a lunatic and you love orgy, Christmas, and celebrations, and all this shit's all part of this fake system, all this holiday. They founded this nation off the same damn thing, but you don't speak up about that either. The perversion of the calendar. The devil will be able to allow it to change times. It's already happened. The time of Rome, the Gregorian, that's Greek. So deadly head wound that was healed. That's Christmas. That's orgy Jesus, transgender Jesus, born in the middle of the winter in a manger. I rebuke you. You're an enemy of mine because you're a part of this corporation called Christmas, Easter, all this bullshit, pagan Satanist. So, you know what I mean? It's people give their authority over to it. That's what it says. The mark is in scripture. There's no physical anything under this New Testament, anything, no physical, and there's no physical Israel. There's no physical Jew. There's no physical law. There's nothing. It's all blotted out. So that's what religion's done. Isms, Calvinism, Mormonism, Lutheran is they're all Christians. They're the worst. With Catholics, those two are the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Like the military in America, they're just disgusting. 1,000 military bases in 180 countries, huh? Yep. So it'll all come to fruition. Everything will come to pass. I'm not trying to get in the way of history. I thank Father for Shiloh. I thank my son for having a set of balls, and hopefully he's just living his life now. And I wish he didn't have to look over his back, but I am his dad. My son is Elijah Werner, and he was been wrongfully, convicted already more than once. They've wrongfully convicted me. I have evidence, and so under discovery suppression, in Sixth Amendment constitutional trials, fair, they've already violated my Miranda adequate and then speedy fair trial. So I'm going to continue to push this to a Supreme Court, a federal court, and make sure that Clerk Vandenberg goes to prison. Michael Taylor, the elected sheriff in Lake County, Oregon, serves prison time, and I will sue all their bonds. This is a whole separate. Those bonds are different than the bonds, that money that I already took in this case from this bar bullshit, fake. Not even in again, fourth article court is not judicial, operating under the original Title 18 statute. So it's all revised statute. It's just commerce. I know their gang, their gig is up. And then, if we were supposed to, I'm not going to believe that any happen in this country. By me dissolving the corporation is just not allowing me my fucking money to go to Ukraine. They just sent another $20 billion fucking dollars to Ukraine, and I can't even get counsel in this country. Fuck this rogue government. This is the government our founding fathers warned us about. The standing army is these cop fucking pigs. They even have the post office people working for the fucking with armed now. So any government official, let's just go back to these clown gang members, because when I served as a pig, a clown cop with a fake fucking badge operating in commerce, not even under Article 3 court, jurisdictional, has judicial capacity, but crimes of commerce, brothers and sisters, all crimes of commerce under this current corporation, you just don't know that. And that doesn't mean that it's not happening too. A lot of things happen behind closed doors that people don't see. Just because it means you don't see it, out of sight, out of mind, huh? Yeah, whatever. That's just why it's gone on since, this has been going on since before in the 1800s, guys. Before the 1800s, this is all starting the dissolving of this country. So when Donald Trump brings us back to a Noahide law, Talmud, laws of flesh, you had the warning. The messengers were sent out to warn you before this happened. You have the right now to, hear, but I can't change anybody. I'm not trying to turn a goat into a sheep. You can't fully elect. They can only self-pornea, idolatria, take it away, their inheritance by self. But God knows that they're going to do that. He creates them to do it. That there's only a limited number of places in the ruling class. When we come back, all of us will only one time judgments. Everybody's ever lived on this walk this rock will be judged at one time. There's nobody like what people think heaven, because heaven's not above their head and earth's not below their feet. So 99% of the world is idiots. And I should not worry about how God created vessels of wrath fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. Goats and sheep, there's nothing else. There's agape and idolatry. Anything else is lukewarm, and he'll vomit you. I'm a teacher, I'm a pastor. It's what he told me to do. Go out and spread this light, and don't condemn. So I judge with righteous judgment. I study with the lexicon concord. Each glossa, dialect is my vernacular, is because I know linguistics, logistic vernacular dialect. Code is not original statute under Title 18. That's no judicial capacity, not in an Article 3 court. Just a clown in a clown suit, a Walmart badge face, like the Waltons that intern American citizens during World War II. When Donald Trump takes office, he will intern, again, American citizens, not these Venezuelans. They pay them to be here. You're a second-class citizen. Why would they be paying them? And Americans are dying in the street, and then remove him. That makes no fucking sense. You're out of your mind. You're a second-class citizen, and you're a citizen. You're a citizen of the corporation, and I'm not. I'm always operating in a non-commerce always operating in a private capacity, never in commerce. You guys are just out of your mind. You think it's 2024. You think Christmas is in the middle of the winter, the birth of Jesus. Jesus was not born. The shepherds were in the fields with the sheep when the Hamashiach was born, and we're not supposed to celebrate anything, especially birth. That's porneia, self, idolatria. That's why he divorced his bride, for the celebration of self. If you want to definitely be worthless, vain, or do something completely Satanist, because there's only 2 birth dates in all of Scripture. One was Herod. He was trying to kill Shiloh, my love, the Hamashiach, the Christ Jesus. You call him, his name wasn't Jesus when he walked here. Letter J didn't exist at the time of Christ. But anyways, that's not what the word name means. The name is Shem, or love. Agape, 2 John and 6, read it. To walk and follow in the commandments of the Father. So he commands us to take up our cross daily. Let me ask you, are you taking up your cross? He wasn't hung on a cross. He didn't carry a cross. He said you need to be taking up your cross daily. Are you taking up your cross? See, and all this is just religion. All these isms, they're vanity. There's not one good religion that walks this rock, not one. When he was here, he wrote the letter to the 7 churches. And each one of them had issues. He didn't come to make church or religion. He came to fulfill the law of the flesh, to allow in all, not just Jews, but Jews and Gentiles under this covenant. And people are idiots. They put one above another. Oh, we're Israel. We're special over here. We're in the desert. No, you're not. You're an apostate nation of this 2,600-year covenant. Although Israel was the heavens and the ruling class and a place on this rock, the earth was the rule. That 7,000-man heavenly army that annihilated that earthly 120,000 man. If you agape me, love me, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No weapons against you shall prosper. What is that weapon? Your enemy will come against you one way, and I will make them flee 7 ways. If you love me, if you follow my book of Deuteronomy, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, the first 5 books, my Torah, my commandments, 613 statutes, commandments, the Jewish law, the heavens and the earth were the ruling class and the rule, brothers and sisters. These are the heavens. Israel's not someplace on this rock anymore. It's all spiritual. There is no spiritual mark of the beast. It's the word back or character. It's what you go after. Like he was saying, Peter, I'm not asking you if you phileo me, things of this world. Do you agape me? Are you doing on a higher power? He kept worrying about what Christ was doing because he wasn't going by their halakha. And he ate wheat on the Sabbath. And they hated him and they put holes in him. He said, conform to my image. And Paul, does anybody want to put holes in you? They striped him. Are you getting your stripes? They stabbed, put a hole in him and bled him out. Anybody want to, again, holes in you and come make you bleed? Fuck you, state of Oregon, you fucking pigs. Think you're going to Lavoy Finnegan me? Father protected me, didn't he? And I never had any arms, never came out with no arms. All I was asking is just please let me get some. Our son, are you okay? Elijah, you okay? Bam, headshot. Well, not with the 203 because that came after with your, tear gas. But, in the face on the live stream, right in the head. That's so I just talk to you state pigs. Remember I said, stop looking at me. I'm talking to your superior pigs. When you go back to your superior pigs and tell your superior pigs, I'm not Lavoy Finnegan. You tried, but that didn't happen like you thought. You only had an A plan. Guess what, you stinking pigs? I'm not Lavoy Finnegan. State of Oregon, bring your case against me now. I want it in open court immediately. I've already called for change of venue, so I don't think it's even be able to, it doesn't even qualify anymore. So I got you, state of Oregon, by your balls. They're not even operating in a judicial capacity anyways, so that's why I've already challenged this case, subrogated the merchant number, the bond. Yes, in open court, remember, you made your record 3-4 times, put you on notice of liability for wrecking this house. My face, I've had a stroke. I just can't deny it anymore. I've been concussed since 45 seconds after you got here. That's excessive force. I know I'm special weapons and tactics trained. I know it says it on the Discovery. I'm a law enforcement officer. I was a military police, and I have all the same training you do. CERT training, special reaction, SWAT training, special weapons and tactics, point man, first man in the door, bitch, shield man, direct a threat. I love you, Elijah, John, you flaming chariot that took off. Can't have direct contact with them, but I can tell them not into the ether. I love them. Young man. Wow, I should have known it. It's in your name. So fuck you, pigs. You shot my son, you fucking cocksuckers. Seriously, pole smokers. I have the right to say whatever I want. It's freedom of speech. These people, they do smoke pole, all their worship of this transgender Jesus. Pole worship. Nimrod. Cock, the phallic worship. The one Trump has his house decorated with. The one that's in front of the Vatican, the Washington, that's a phallic, that's a cock. Nimrod, the rebirth of Nimrod. So they love this system. They suck off the corporation, the hind tit of the corporation, and extort these people's merchant law. So that wasn't that's what they do. They're cocksuckers. They love this system. The phallic worship of the pole gender Jesus, transgender, three Jesus, three and one Jesus, the one that Trump has his house decorated with, the transgender God, Apollyon, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. The rebirth of this stand up. Semiramis, Christmas was Satan, born in a manger, right? Jesus, Christmas. He married Easter, Ishtar, the star goddess, that had a son. And when Christmas died, she married Easter. She married her son Tammuz, the son of Satan, and they had sex like rabbits. And then she cut his body into 12 pieces. Blasphemy! Like the 12 tribes were scattered. And all but one cock, phallic, is Nimrod. That's why they worship the phallic. That's why Donald Trump lives in a 58-story phallic tower like Nimrod. Apollyon, the sun god, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. In warp speed? No, the one who was in Manhattan that said, now I have the tallest building in the world after the 3 buildings were dropped that day. And with the dancing is he's at the bottom of the tower, the one who declared the fake national emergency when the survival rate 100%, you got it. The novel corona, which means it was man-made, already recreated. It wasn't something organic. They made it in a laboratory. SARS, the number one paid government official is Dr. Fauci. He put his fingerprint on it with the AIDS. Like back in, the 80s, the autoimmune deficiency syndrome, the virus, the AIDS virus, that's a virus, not a living organ, brothers and sisters. I hope you have more intelligence than that. You got to be more intelligent than a fly to understand that a virus is not alive. I was like, the 2 stupidest words that go together, hate speech. Shut up, idiot. I'm not inciting violence. Of the First Amendment, Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech and of the press and of religion. So I'm a pastor. I have the right, although I'm a filthy, dirty mouth pastor, I can go priority for you swatting my house, you filthy fucking pigs, and I never cussed once. So it's a test, like this stupid idiot that's in this town coming here and just trolling this channel, and he's allowed to do that where these pigs go out and incriminate whoever they want and literally extort this town. But I brought it into the public front. You always have to clear witnesses too. So I've cleared many in a public forum, open record, locally here, called out the elected sheriff, called out judge, fake clerk Vandenberg, and chief of finance, that guy that's my bitch because he's Teddy Martin, and he's the chief of finance, and he said my name and screamed it until he turned plum eggplant purple nearly, and couldn't stand even being in my presence. He had to go. Yeah, he's my bitch. He said my name, not in all capital letters, so now he's my bitch. So that's my dog. That's my dog. Say my name again. Say it again. So I'm a veteran. I have a right to speak up. Ted Martin is the chief of finance, what they call the prosecuting attorney in my now subjugated case that they vacated the trial because they can't make the money. We'll see if they set it for trial. Go ahead, set it for trial tomorrow. Actually, J6, remember this insurrection fake bullshit? How'd they get Nancy's laptop? How were they already in there? See, that alphabet soup agency, tyrannical pig government was already there. That was all the honeypot by Mr. Trump and Donald John. Meet me at the Capitol building, right? I thought we were at the one with the tower teaching about the Washington Monument, about phallic worship, and the one with the one that was in front of the Vatican. Same dicks, same phallics, same, what do they call them? They were running around knocking them down for a while. Stand them up. Monolith. There we go. It's Satan's cock, okay? That's what that is. The one who married, Ishtar, Ashtaroth, the star goddess, the fertility sex goddess who had sex with her son. Yeah. Ishtar is Easter, what you celebrate is Easter. Christmas, which is Satan, you celebrate that as Jesus. His son of Jesus was Tammuz, the son of Satan, and when Christmas died, well, they have a rebirth of the standing up of the pole, and that's Nimrod, Mr. Donald John. Not the seventh king himself, but he lives in the tower, the bringer of the disease and the cure of the disease. February. Smack that, remember? Be my bitch, Ted Martin. The dog worship, the wolf. Remember the one, the warp speed. Bring up the disease and the cure of the disease. It was already patented. It was a novel corona. Corona is a scientific name for the common cold. Novel means it was made in a laboratory. SARS and mirrors attached to it. There's your troll, Dr. Fauci, right there with his fingerprint right on it. They already had Uber Eats and DoorDash ready to go, didn't they? Already ordering from off the Amazon, the Jeff Bezos. Remember all this? Already patent. Remember 060606? That's another patent that allows them to, well, you'll see when that comes. We'll just leave that. Let's go back to Executive Order 11004. I do all this by the number. Remember 11.4, it wasn't about a date. It's about the relocating of whole communities and putting you into work camps, America. This will happen in your time under the Trump administration. Walmart did it before. The Waltons, that's the corporation. Everybody under this corporation, they did it. Remember during World War II, they took American-born citizens and said, we don't like you, and we're putting you into work camp, and you're going to concentrate. And it's not the Boy Scouts like camp, but, band camp, like on that movie. What is that? American Pie. I don't care which flute you're blowing. They put American citizens in work camps, and they'll do it again when Donald Trump takes office. You've been warned. I already told you. He said he's going to bring the National Guard to your door now twice. He said he's going to do it to bring you that jab. Now he said he's going to do it, and they already changed in the Senate posse comitatus. Means those guns that were pointing away from us, not being able to use against us in a law enforcement capacity, are now pointing at us. The military. Posse comitatus has been abolished in this country. They can send our women to war now. Yes, they can, and they'll be drafted. So just like in Ukraine, your merchant number that you're not taking back that kills Ukrainians, and they just sent another $20 billion. I can't get fucking counsel in this country to help my son get out from something that I know. There's supposed to be some kind of fucking law. There isn't. It's all been taken over. It's corporation. You just don't understand. It's this corporate dollars that they rob for you, calling your merchant or bond or credit to your name. Your card. Remember, you don't understand what's going on. So you're a child, and they've taken it. Two jokers and a deck of cards. The one that trumps the others. Joker's wild, but whatever. You're just a child, and that's all right. I already took mine back. I will never allow them to have that. I don't want to send money to fucking Ukraine. Bullshit. I don't even care if I get it. If it doesn't sit there, fuck it. I'll let it sit there forever. That's how you dissolve the corporation called America. You take your money back through subrogation, becoming a power of an attorney over your own straw man, your merchant number. I already did that in an open court. Challenge the judicial capacity of in this CFR case, CRS or ORS, revised statute. This is not actual Title 18 original statute. This is a revised statute. That's code. I'm not a Congress. They can't move forward in my case. So now I challenge them to either I will follow this. It will. Now, it will go to Supreme Court. It has to. There's nothing to be made in my case. I took it. I put them on notice of liability 4 fucking times in open court to make sure I didn't just do it twice. The judge said, you have made your record. So I already know my case has been vacated as far as the trial. I'm working towards getting my son because I cannot believe what he fucking did, but it is what it is. I found out yesterday he's run, and that's okay. He still has what's called affirmative defense to protect himself from a bloody leaking fucking asshole with semen coming out of it, and he has to get picked up by the guards because he's barely fucking alive because his face has been stuffed by a cock meat sandwich too. When I have the proof, evidence, 100% that he did all this, he did only one man to go to jail of 5, sit in fucking jail for a year, and a rapist was allowed to run around for a whole year. I'm exposing this county as corrupt, brothers and sisters. My son has been targeted because of this. So fuck you, police. Fuck you, pigs. Fuck you, feds. You're just all corporation. Go ahead and bring whatever case so we can get this done. Let's work. I cannot fucking believe my son ran, but his name is Elijah and he didn't run. He has the right to protect himself from bloody, leaking fucking semen samples out his asshole. It's called self-defense. Affirmative defense allows you to be it's called justification for what they would call a crime to protect yourself from illegal prosecution or self-defend. And that's what he's doing. So, young man never thought this was going to happen. I went to his trial supposedly on the 11th and he didn't show up. And I was told by this lying fucking pigs, state and that clown cop, local Lake County pig, clown cop, all thin blue line bullshit, you're all a gang. When I was in law enforcement, the definition of a gang was a heavily armed group of thugs all going around wearing the same color, brothers, sisters, thin blue line, fuck you, pig, gang members, harassing, extorting the general public under not criminal judicial law, criminal code, not original statute, not even in Article 3 court, so they don't even know what they're doing. That's why I called them out, that you're an ignorant pig. Don't sit there and tell me you know anything. Shut up, you're young. Assert your Fifth Amendment, be quiet. You're sticking your foot in your mouth, pig. So these clown cops, even here locally, don't even know that, they didn't even make no calls. They're all just yes men, like the 25 yes men that came with the state of Oregon that swatted my house. I could have made one cellular data phone call, showed 5 witnesses. My son did all this, 180 hours, and they never called. So fuck, this is a rogue government. It's tyrannical. You're not asserting your Declaration of Independence, the right, not only the right, but the duty of the people to instill a right. First ballots, then bullets, brothers, sisters, redress grievances and call for arms. I'm just saying that's what this, it's the duty of the people, not just the right to form well-regulated militias. This is the standing army that our founding fathers warned us about, brothers, sisters, these cop-sucking pigs, state on the highways, who are supposed to be. That one cop-sucking pig told me, we're the ones who take care of child abuse, pedos, brothers, sisters, fucking pedophiles, rapists, and murderers, okay? I got to stop tiptoeing through the tulips here. Yeah, well, what happened? How come this motherfucker ran around for a whole year and I'm complaining to the probation officer, this motherfucker's buying these kids cigarettes? That's contributing to a minor, and he's a fucking rapist. Get away from my son. And he ends up getting in trouble with him. Then my son's the only one to go to jail out of 5 guys. Tony Carson has still not been convicted of the crime that I have discovery saying he is there with these guys. They're breaking into some kind of flap into some little, abandoned trailer, and he's there. That's an accomplice. That's a crime. I demanded the conviction and the revocation of his parole, but they're going to revoke and fucking my downward departure on my son on this fucking old crime that he did all his time for a whole year with this fucking rapist. They've never convicted. They fucking raped the kids by convicting the kids. Didn't convict the rapist, man. They had money to pay this dude. Oh no, they got paid to have him here. That's why they say shit. That's why Lily Frank, the fucking parole officer, probation officer, didn't do shit when I said this fucking rapist is hanging around my kid. Get him fucking away. He's not hanging out with his wife that took me forever to get here because she don't like him smoking fucking cigarettes. I want this man away from my fucking son. He's hanging around. This minor is Elijah. The other Elijah was 17 fucking years old. This rapist hanging around a kid. Get this motherfucker away from my kid. Get away from these kids. What the fuck are you doing? He's moving around and he's not telling anybody where he's moving. That's illegal. You want to know where your rapist pedophiles are. They have to legally report. He wasn't. I brought this to this county's attention. My son's been targeted this. They start piss testing my son. And he had a theft. They're breaking into empty, open, unoccupied. Nobody's in these buildings. So that's not robbery. Like Tony Karsten, who robbed while high on methamphetamines, a Hispanic woman in Texas given a conviction for 25 years and then did 13 years in a pen and then gets out, in the prison and gets thrown on Lake County, Oregon, because they're the poorest county in all of Oregon, and a contract, get paid to have this man here. No wonder they didn't convict him. The minute they convict him, they lose their contract. He goes back to fucking Texas. That's what I said. Get that shit done now. Get this motherfucker out of this county. He's a menace. He's fucking going around telling people this is his fiance. There's some big mix-up. He didn't rape her. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, sisters, I'm being targeted as well as my son because I've been pointing out the corruption in this town. That this man shouldn't have been around. My son shouldn't have been around, and these other fucking kids that were 19, 17, 19. The other one, Tyler, he had just turned 19, 20 years old. They were fucking kids. And I went to this county, went to their parole and probation in Lake County, Oregon, and because my son out of fucking respect. His wife didn't want him even smoking fucking cigarettes. He would stay away, and that's how I caught on to this fucking rapist. I didn't know who he was at first. I didn't like him. I was on to his fucking ass. Get away from him. What are you doing hanging around? Elijah, why are you over here? Get away from him. Go back to your wife. Fucking me forever to get her ass out here. You guys are high school sweethearts, you know. Go be with your fucking wife. You guys got a house. Get away from this fucking clown. Well, she don't like me smoking. Yeah, this motherfucker's the one. So I went to them and said, that's contributing to a minor, motherfucker. Get this motherfucker. You want conviction. That was even before I didn't know that supposedly, see, he had my son let these other kids, these two that I said, live with them because they're living in some fucking canned ham trailer out here, burning fucking wood in like a lunchbox, Coleman, to try to stay warm. My son had an extra room. They end up all getting in trouble. So what? Fucking cares. They did it. Let's say every one of them fucking did it, and they were all there. They did produce a cigarette butt with DNA, which I told him, these smoking with these fucking, if my sons did it, you only got one fucking man in there. I'm pissed. Why is this rapist running around? I eventually got the discovery from John Caligo that said that this guy was there with them, irregardless if my son was there or not. It doesn't say, he doesn't call out. He says he's there with these other. It didn't say, I believe in this discovery, if I'm not mistaken, and I could, but he didn't say, he said he's there with them, speaking to this group of kids that got busted. If my son was there, I gave the fucking state people, why are you giving the county evidence? You know, I thought you were supposed to make them do their job, like you're always, you know, make them do their job. Fucking fuck you, get out of my face. Go do your investigation, come back and talk to me when you're done. I don't contract with tyrants. Go do your fucking job. Okay. So I gave him, said, hey, go look and find. They passed around like a fucking hippie. He shares all the walls, share one cigarette. If my son was at any of these fucking scenes of this crime, you'll find his DNA there. They pulled a cigarette, but it didn't have his DNA on it, brothers and sisters. Never did have eyewitness. Never did they fucking produce any physical evidence on my son. He ended up taking a deal. It is what it is. I'm having some issues again. That's why I'll not let John Caligo to represent him again. I talked with his mom last night. That's how I find that he did leave, and he didn't show up in September. And good for you. You have affirmative defense, and you can always protect your blood. From being bloody and torn apart, that you might not ever have the same asshole again. And you'll get fucking like fish hooked, you know, a rip from some big fucking cocks that they pull you to the side and have your face ripped by Big Bob. I don't want that to happen. You know, I don't want that to happen to anybody. And so I stood. If I didn't have the evidence, I wouldn't do it. But I have evidence of not only this corruption, this rapist running around, Lily Frank, the probation officer, parole officer, not, you know, hey, this guy's moving around. He's smoking fucking kid. He's buying these kids fucking cigarettes. They're underage. That's contributing to get him away. He ends up getting busted with this fucking rapist, guys. And then the county won't convict him. And my son's the only one to go to jail for almost a year. He sat in fucking county jail as this rapist runs around. And then I bring him discovery from John Caligo, the one who ended up, you know, in this case where Elijah took a fucking bargain for the plea bargain. And it is what it is. We'll go back and, you know, subrogate all that merchant number out of that case, and we'll get it back. It is what it is. He still has affirmative defense, justification defense, and excuse defense, which means his actions are justified and that they will excuse any criminal or civil liability. I know this. That's why I jumped in front of my son and said, hey, I got you, son. I will not let them convict you and throw you in a cage. They already did it illegally once. We have the evidence. If they'll look at the evidence, they'll have to let you go. They'll know, and they'll pay for all this extra time they made you do things you should have never been doing. Just be patient. All the attorneys backed by all this massive witness, or a list of 30 plus witnesses. I've created discovery, meaning for trial, they have the right to see my evidence. And remember, to call witness under my Sixth Amendment is in favor. You can call all witness and suppression of evidence, all evidence before trial, and they cannot something up at the last second say, oh, look at what I got. See, they just won't bring anything into evidence here. You know, and that's fine. Let them finish their deal. I'm already going to go to the Supreme Court with this case. It will be national news and it will break. I don't want any of this. I tried to, you know, negotiate a peaceful, which I don't do peaceful, but a resolution, not some revolution with men with guns. They still shot my son. I don't know if they hit him or not, but they definitely shot at him, and they did hit me in the head with a flash concussion, which that stupid lying fucking pig said, no, he didn't, and here's the pin. You know, So I've been concussed and had a concussion from 45 seconds of these fucking pigs getting here. And they could have called Lake County Probation. They should have called Lily. They should have said, they could have looked at his action plan. Why did it not say that at month 6 after he left this county with the terms of his release was to complete all the 180 hours? Did it say that he needed to start more hours in Lane County because he had already completed them in Lake? That's why there's no probation. It doesn't say, okay, Elijah, at month 6 you only did 47 hours, which they hit him later and said he didn't do 133 of all the 180 he'd already did. So tagged him and he just put his head down. I called him. See, there's all this witness calls to the attorney, calls to him, calls to Ryan. So they're in deep shit out here. Every one of these people will go to prison. You mark my words, they'll either come kill me like the boy Finnegan, or you will see the day that this will go to the Supreme Court. It will be not all capital letter names. T, like punk my bitch, Ted Martin, the chief of finance, who screams my name in front of many witnesses, not in all capital letters. He's my bitch. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Hey, Teddy Martin. Hey, Teddy. Hey, what's up, Teddy Martin, chief of finance? Say my name again as loud as you can. Turn eggplant purple for the record. One more time. Can you do it again? Say it again. Say my name, not all in capital letters. Ted Martin, you're my bitch. And Dave's not here. Vandenberg is off this case. I'm sure they can't put him. He has no judicial capacity in this CFR ORS revised statute. You don't have any judicial authority over a revised statute. That's criminal code, not original title, statute 18. So subtitle is code. Non-constitutional. And I don't care. You can keep adding more. It's non-constitutional. It's not part of the original Constitution. So I know my rights. Say my name again, Ted Martin. Remember, you're my bitch. You're my dog. Say my name out loud. Call me. But just not all in capital letters. And Dave's not here, Vandenberg. You're not a judge. I challenged your judicial capacity in open court in a hearing, which was, should have just granted me a right of my right to remove counsel. And look how much of an idiot, guys. Let me teach you something here. Phil Stewart was my appointed counsel, which was a violation after 6 months to appoint me counsel by Miranda rights adequate, and then a violation of my 6th Amendment, my constitutional right. Under the 6 to fair and a criminal trial, call witness in favor, and speedy. So if they delay the trial 1 second, it's a violation of my 6th Amendment right. So I keep violating it over and over. So I told them to remove, because I don't have to ask permission. If I'm the defendant in a criminal trial, I have the right to say, fuck this guy, get him out of there. You can't delay me, or that's a 6th Amendment violation. Especially if I can prove a Miranda violation of inadequate, or that he's delaying my trial to speedy or to call witness, which all of these will. There's nothing that doesn't check every block or box. So Phil Studenberg is a complete, total, worthless piece of shit who open court came in there and tried to say there was some kind of attorney-client breakdown, who never provided me counsel. Zero counsel. So that's a lie. He's a lying fucking pig. Works for the bar. And he comes in open court and says, well, Mr. Werner wants me to fire him. Phil, you're such a fucking idiot. You can't fire somebody. Your counsel, you fucking idiot. Your legal counsel. I didn't pay you, you fucking dumbass prick. You can only fire an attorney you hire. You can't, if you were appointed counsel, you have to remove counsel. So these people are idiots. This guy is a man that's got fucking people's lives in his fucking hands as a supposed attorney, brothers, sisters. So I have an obvious Miranda violation. The dude doesn't even know the right linguistics, all these legality, the glossa, the dialectus, this code, all these things matter. And they know he's a fucking prick. He's an idiot prick is all he is. So go check him out. His name's Phil Studenberg. You can find him throughout my case here and discovery, but he'll definitely be disbarred for that. You cannot fire a fucking attorney that you don't pay for. Anybody want to contribute? I've never got one dime contributed to my legal counsel in 6 months. There's a Cash App and a PayPal. Help a brother out. So Father's my counsel. Don't worry about it, brother. So I'm good. You'll be without counsel. So I'm actually legally without counsel right now because that dumbass prick in open court pleaded to the judge. Oh, there's a breakdown. Shut up, Phil Studenberg, you lying pig. You never provided. I had to force my discovery, and I bet you didn't give all of it. I didn't get all the tapes, all the fish. That all should have been given to me. And I even got more discovery after he's been removed. Well, no, he wasn't removed. He requested to be. See, I don't have to ask. That's a violation of my Sixth Amendment. So. Okay, apologize, guys. I don't very often get somebody calling from some credit service. I told him he's an enemy of the state, so he's operating commerce. All this debt and all this is illegal, brothers, sisters. Told him that I'm operating in a private capacity, always in a private capacity, never in commerce. So never in commerce, always in a private capacity. So keep that note, and then you'll know why I do what it is that I do. So. Father affords me that constitutional right. So it is one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty. There's no liberty. They just sent 20,000 or billion fucking dollars to Ukraine, and I can't get legal counsel in a country, and I'm a fucking honorably discharged veteran. That's bullshit. This corporation is hogwash. You know what I'm saying? Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. Go fuck yourself. If you're an enemy of the state, if you are part of this corporation, if your name is written all in capital letters, you are my enemy. So you might want to separate yourself from that because you're my enemy, and I will arm myself up with the word of God. I'll never use arms, call for arms. I'm not part of that movement. It's okay. I can declare the law, constitutional law, that in America, they're a bunch of idiots. They already should have overthrown this tyrannical government. Anytime we went outside our borders, our founding, Masonic 13th under not the Constitution, all this brought back under to this Queen Mason, George Washington. Remember, there was states, colonies, 13 of them. All this has been revised, and it's been turned into a corporation. You keep allowing it, and that's why they took your money from you from birth. Under your card, you're a card, like I said, like a card. You're a joker. I ain't joking. It's called a merchant number. It's this bond that's sold on the New York Stock Exchange. They call it America's Corporation. They sell that labor. And so I've taken and subrogated all that in open court from challenge the judicial capacity of it's not a judge. Dave's not here, Vandenberg. He wasn't there at the trial either. That was strange. The lights were out. Your lights are on, but no one's home. Dave was not here. Dave's not here. He wasn't there, but two pigs standing at the door. One state cop sucking pig and another local county, Lake County pig sucker, gang thug, heavily armed group of thugs running around harassing, extorting the general public, all wearing the same color, thin blue line. That's a gang. When I was a pig, that's how you defined it. Hey, when I was a pig, you couldn't put your hands on a woman. I had to call to do a frisk or a pat down. This is disgusting. Men putting their hands down women's pants, and nobody gives a fuck. They're going to draft women in America. Already legislated. Nobody gives a fuck. Posse comitatus has been revealed by the Senate. So that means they could use the guns against you in a law enforcement capacity. Nobody gives a fuck. And Donald Trump declared a national emergency in 2020 where the survival rate was 99.8% when you 100% got it with no existing conditions. That's a fake national emergency. That man needs to be put in prison immediately. There's no way he should be walking around, but he'll become the president. He will take your Second Amendment right from you using his stinky muskrat, probably drones. And they're showing you right now what they're going to do. It's over your head. This recent occult rituals is boats and hoes. Remember? Drones and boats. This is the age of the air. I already told you this. I told you they would gaslight you with signals of what is to come. We are already here. They're saying how much of an idiot you cannot put drones and boats together, that's an Aquarius ritual of the age of the air where their king will be crowned when the pit is opened up. So they're going to do a pit ritual before there will be a fake pit opening and a sky rolling back like a scroll before the real one. So you've been told here first. That's what they're getting ready with their CERN machine and their Hadron Collider, all their Project Blue Book with all their tech from Tesla that's been stolen by John Trump from back in the day. And Trump's family, John Trump still has this millimeter wave. 5G is an internet. 5G is millimeter wave, 60 gigahertz, 60 millimeter wave, but you think it's a patent by the United States Navy. It's a military grade weapon. You're just an idiot. You don't pay attention to what's going on, and that's fine. You think this is America and this is some kind of constitutional republic, and it's not. It's corporation, and they've stole your money because you're a child, and that's okay. Jimmy Crack Corn. My name's not all written in capital letters. I don't care. Your master is all capital letters. I'm not. I'm not part of this merchant law under revised statutes and not jurisdictional in a third article court. It's actually elementary, but people won't apply their rights. Remember, under the Declaration of Independence is the right and the duty of the people, if the government becomes tyrannical, to first redress grievances. That's why the First Amendment comes first, for freedom of speech. Second Amendment comes second is First Amendment first ballots, and then bullets. That's how that works. So we do have the right to form well-regulated militias, heavily armed, call for arms, arm up. I'm not telling you to do this. This is what the Declaration of Independence. I'm getting the fuck away from you idiots. You're all fucking morons. Fight or flight. You got too much. You want to fight with you? I want to go catch fish off the side of catch brook trout and eat them while you're fucking fighting with each other and killing each other. Wings of an angel. I've already subrogated the bond in this case, and I'll form a foundation that will allow people who want to flight, not fight, and fund. I'm giving everything this thing to first splitting it 4 ways is that first Brother Jim at Grace and Truth Ministries will be able to have a classroom like he's not able. He spends $4,000 or $5,000 a month, $3,000-$4,000 just on a classroom. He wanted to build fourplexes or whatever, some kind of places where brother can come be with him at Grace and Truth. Apologize, we'll make that happen. We'll have the funding to do it. And by dissolving the corporation and putting it back into the churches. High Desert Faith and Truth Ministries here will have obviously enough to do what needs to be done to have the abundance, get the freeze dryer in here, get the underground garden, get all these things finished up so that it can start producing a place where people that are less privileged or people within the ministry need to come. Maybe, again, I'm going to be working with Real Vita TV here on YouTube with that organization to go into the prisons and pastor the gospel. And they have the black and yellow back. You might go check their, and then Church of the Only Begotten Son with Bishop Stoner over there, who's part of the cannabis movement for, and is legislates daily through files and motions and many. He's working with Carl Washington on the 1611 code, on the Tampa 83, Tampa Bay Treasument calculator, all this that I said that we're going to pull back this subrogation of this fathers. I'm just a vessel, man. I ain't here that long. I'm going to kick as long as I can. I'm not a dope turtle, man. I'm going to get over, I don't mean to be, if there's any ladies in here, I apologize for being a little, it's just a joke, I ain't no turtle. When you get me on my back like a woman, you get her on her back, she's fucked, right? So I have a little kick. You got a little kick in the other ladies? Just kidding, guys. Come on, I'm trying. It's a difficult time. I'm just trying to use a little humor here, so no hard feelings. I hope you got some kick in you. I hope you can wiggle it just a little bit and turn over, and that would be all right for me, because then you can get up back on your feet and stand up and, live to fight another day and take up your cross daily. So I hope you got a little fight with your mouth, remember, kick, not guns, not arms, but we do have the right to bear arms under the reason why is that if our government ever becomes tyrannical, it's so we can remove it. And that's where we're at, brothers, sisters, and nobody will. And I know that, but at least I stood up telling you that you have the Declaration of Independence. And somebody stood and filled that gap to say, hey, this is your constitutional right. Whether they assert it, where it happens, there's nothing that's not going to happen that the Father is not already written from the foundation of the world. So I'm not trying to get in the way, but I will. Donald Trump needs locked up. He declared a fake national emergency. SARS and MERS was attached to the novel corona, which is the common cold. A virus isn't alive, brothers and sisters. You have 3 autoimmune responses from your autoimmunity. I'm a first responder. I'm served in the military. I'm going to put your guts back in your body until hopefully not the paddy wagon, but the one with the lights and sirens comes and takes you to the emergency room, and they'll give you to the MD, who's pretty good for sewing you back up. But they don't care about your health, bros. You want to go see ND, nutritional doctor, will teach you about your thyroid and your lower intestine and the absorption of nutrition and your protein and give you an idea of how your body functions so you can carry that. Is farming you out to some other specialist now, trying to get you on the script. Yep, pharmaceutical script. They all work together in cahoots with the side effects. So big two snakes up a pole. Anyways, brothers and sisters, I'm trying to stand in here and fill the gap and tell you that, what it is that the word says. So I give all glory to Father for even me able to get up. I have been concussed since 6 months ago. Said many things. I've suffered a stroke. My vision is wrecked. My respiratory is shot because you're not supposed to be breathing tear gas in, and especially 5 canisters and clean that up for 2 weeks. I should have hired a professional cleaning company to come in. I don't have any money to do that. I'm trying to get an attorney. So I've got all my land up for sale. Everything I had, I was trying to do the best I can. So I apologize for all the mouth and all this, but we have to expose this system, and we do have a First Amendment right. That's why First Amendment comes first, Second Amendment comes second. So well-regulated militia, redress grievances, first ballots, then bullets. And we should have already done this. This government's been tyrannical. Isn't that hard to believe? I'm an honorably discharged veteran who literally risked my life day after day after day, and I cannot. That man who's in here harassed me early, he gets Social Security. I don't. I serve this kind. I get zero benefits from the military, not one single dime. Do I ever have never got? I was a single dad and mom for 8 fucking years as a single dad, as a single parent, never got one dime of child support. I bought Social Security. Say, give me my money, not a check every month. I want I paid in since I was 15, assholes. You've been earning interest on my money. I'm not telling you that I can't work all the time. Sometimes I go down because of my problems, but sometimes I'm up. It would be lying to you if I say I couldn't. It's on set. I don't have. I come, I go. Sometimes I'm down for a week. Sometimes I'm down for a year, almost in pain with my sciatica, my problems, all my broken, depleted, degenerative, gone in a matter of record time. I'm messed up physically. I'm okay. I'm strong. I got a 6-pack. Don't even come out. You want to dig some holes? See these hands? Those got calluses out working this morning. So they ain't going to compete with me. I already told you, come dig some holes, not a hole to put yourself in, to put some poles in so we can put up some more fencing, create more so they can run it over, right? It's so crazy. They ran over all my fencing. Now, we don't want to restore your place anymore, as they're lobbing fucking tear gas canisters in. And I'm just pleading, I'll come out. Record will show. We'll go in the Supreme Court. You'll see. I said, okay, I'll come out. I only have my phone. I'm not gonna resist. I'm okay. I already knew I had the evidence. So instead, tear gas canisters came in the house. I'm trying to get I just need to get some number for my dog. Kind of a loner. I gotta go through here. Guys, please. I'm trying to stop lobbing fucking tear gas into my house. Call my phone. This is crazy. We can negotiate or something here. Nope. More tear gas, more tear gas, more tear gas, 5 tear gas canisters. One of them, you have to hire a professional cleaning company to come in, brothers. This is just excessive force. And so I'm going to continue to fight against this with my mouth and not violence. But I do tell you that we did have the right to overthrow this government. And if everybody just went in there with arms, and I'm not calling for arms, but like if a man goes into a bank and the bank tellers all have guns and the loan officer has guns and the bank manager, everybody in the building's got guns, how successful are you going to be at robbing that bank? Give a man a gun, he'll rob a bank. Give a man a bank and he'll rob the world. Donald Trump, JP, Rockefeller, Morgan, Rothschild, Clinton's, Congress. Look how many millionaires there are in Congress, brothers and sisters. This is just becoming an extortion of this merchant sold on the stock exchange. What do you think the Fed prints? They print that interest money bond that they sell, that treasury. So it's all an apostate to the original testament of, let vengeance be mine. We're not supposed to be out our borders. And it's not part of the original Constitution. All these revised statutes are criminal code, not part of the original Title 18 statutes, which are law under jurisdiction under the 3rd Article Court. That is criminal. But criminal is a commerce name anyways, but we'll use their terminology, their linguistics, their legal, you got to be able to speak the language, everything. That's why that stupid fucking idiot Phil Studenberg is an absolute moron. You're saying, how many years does that dude have in serving as a public pretender or a public defender? And he tells in open hearing that I want to fight him. I never said that. I said, remove yourself. He's an idiot. You don't use the term fire for counsel. How in the fuck did they just send 20 fucking billion. I'm an honorably discharged fucking veteran that has literally been shot at, now multiple fucking times, and I don't get any protection of the law. I get targeted by the law. I can't even get counsel, and they just $20 fucking billion to Ukraine. Are you thinking this government is okay? The current one or the one that's coming in? No, they're not. So if you're part of this enemy of the state, because you do have states' rights before this original 13, this formation of this corporation, but nobody will claim them. I don't have to claim states' rights. I'm way motherfucking older than this country, okay? But I understand what states' rights are, and to encourage you to use this process to reclaim before the corporation your constitutional public rights. And they cannot. That's how beautiful, brothers, sisters. They brought 30 men with guns to try to come kill me, like Lavoy Finnegan, hire the state of Oregon to come do your dirty work. Remember the Handemans, the wildlife refuge, the standoff out there? Lavoy Finnegan was going between Burns and John Day, and they went out there and shot his fucking ass. Well, much love for Lavoy, man. He stood up, crossed the Rubicon. I understand what that man was doing, and he did the right thing by standing and filling in the gap. Even though they shot him, he did what he was supposed to do. He stood up to this perversion, and he was going to try to speak with the law. The sheriff, the elected sheriff over there. So I understand what was been done here. And so fuck you, state troopers, you fucking pigs, you filthy fucking pigs. I said to your face, stop looking at me, you fucking trooper, you fucking filthy pig. I'm talking to your camera, so you take this fucking footage, your FOIA requests I'll get to your filthy leader pigs, and you tell them you can't fucking Lavoy Finnegan me. I didn't push up any kind of resistance. I almost lost it, brothers and sisters. I'm glad that I have some kind of reservation. When I asked that fucking pig, he said he sat there, that state trooper, not the ones I'm talking to in the camera, but the other guy, I'm looking him in his eyes, and he said he watched the live stream, and he said my son resisted. I'm glad that I have reservation, because I got that old Terminator thing that flips up for me being a veteran or whatever it is, or I get like some computer screen in my head that starts giving me options of what's going to be done. And it normally only takes a split second, and my body reacts, because you only got about a third of a second as a veteran, or you'll die in war, brothers and sisters. You can't think, you can only react. You have to be trained to just react. No, it's mission. You constantly you habitually do something over, and you can go kill anything without even thinking about it. I don't care what's in front. It's called direct the threat. Everything's a fucking threat. Eliminate the threat. You don't think about it. How do you think they hire, regular men and women, get them to go kill women and children in other countries and not think about it? Because it's mission essential, correct? It's only about move out, draw fire, soldier. We'll talk about this in the rear. Remember, they don't ever talk about it, brothers and sisters. The struggle that veterans have when they come back to this country, because they don't even get to talk about things in the rear, if you will, but on the line, direct the threat, don't talk about it, mission essential. Yeah. Necessary evil? No, they don't talk about that. It's your job. Do your fucking job, soldier. You're owned. Your body, you'll get an Article 15 if you don't fucking do what you're told. You are owned. Under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, I said move out and draw fire. Standard operating procedure, brothers and sisters, in the military is kill anything that's in. There's very little discretion when we go into. Let me tell you how the military works. Maybe you don't understand how the military works. When we show up, because we provide safety, and he warns those who say safety, sudden destruction will come. And watch this. This is how filthy of a country we are, with 1,000 military bases in 180 countries. America's here. Everybody go inside. Everything's safe. We're here. And they whatever, we're here. They're already afraid of us. America's the enemy. Or you ask anybody outside the United States, we're the bad guy. Only in America is the good guy. And you use two nuclear ordinances, Nagasaki, Hiroshima. I think that'll shut a fucking whole world up for quite some time, won't it? Yeah, it did. It worked pretty well. Only nation ever to drop 2 nuclear fucking atomic bombs on somebody. Disgusting nation. We've just absolutely left the constitutional republic. All this done under the guise of a corporation too. It is, whether you understand it or not. So, but war is profitable, brothers and sisters. War is profitable. What trends in the news? Gerald Senate, they say, Gerald Celente, when all else fails, they take you to war. So here we are. We are at war, America. We are at war. We have Iranian drones flying over our fucking skies. How's this government allowed that? That's the same way they allowed those fucking Chinese balloons. Sat there, oh, they came all the way over the drink. You didn't see them? Get the fuck out of here. From the Pacific, they come all the way over here and you don't see them? Bullshit. Bullshit. They know these motherfuckers are here. Get ready, brothers, sisters. They are going to change the whole financial system. There's not going to be no more oil. Electrogravitics, anti-gravitics, free energy, perpetual motion. The addendum, brothers, sisters. This has all been held back. There's megalithic structures we could be building already right now if they used millimeter wave technology. That's what Tesla was messing with. That's what John Trump was messing with. Millimeter wave. That's why they whacked that old man. Remember all the pigeons, messenger pigeons? Remember all that? Wings of an angel, brothers, sisters. You might want to, once they put Mr. Trump in, he will declare that national emergency. He said he's going to tariff. That's war. That's war. Tariffs, embargoes, sanctions. So it's all going by the strip. You're not going to change anything. You're going to have to get out of the way and be the wings of an angel. You assert your First Amendment right, but there's a time and a place for everything. Remember the wise and foolish virgins. They told the foolish virgins, go. No. How are we supposed to do that? We're supposed to be hey, there's a time and a place for everything. He whipped the money changers, right? Went against his covenant of let vengeance be mine, turn your cheek, 490 days. He literally whipped the people selling the doves because the rate of exchange. Now we exchange for 50 years with a SWIFT system, repricing all U.S. dollars since 1973, over 50 years now. All oil now has to pay you with the U.S. dollar. Every nation, you're going to have to exchange your ruble, your dinar, your dong, any doesn't matter. Your currency will be exchanged. We will get a little bit of everybody. I cannot wait till he pours out a just measure. It already is. This nation has been already overtaken. This is not the Constitutional Republic. That changed back in the 1800s, but before. Jekyll Island, the Federal Reserve Act, you don't understand what's going on right now, and that's okay. You think this is some kind of constitutional republic. It's not. All crimes in America are crimes of commerce. That sucks. That means a murderer could actually get away with murder if he knew how to apply his constitutional rights, which is sickening to think, but it is what it is. You're protected under the Constitution. If they're trying to charge you with the crime of commerce, that's a revised statute. That's not under the original Title 18 criminal statute. That's a revised statute, which is criminal code, not Article 3 judicial court. There's only one Article 3 court in the fucking United States, guys. I'm not speaking out the side of my neck. This is how I will dissolve the corporation called America. I'll do it my way. I will do it without calling for arms, without applying the Second Amendment, Just shoot these motherfuckers. They're all tyrants. They every 40% of this government. If I was Old Testament, this is not a threat. I'm just telling you, if I was Old Testament, I take every person that works for this government. That's 40% of the population in America and take them out and shoot them in the head. But I won't do that. I'm not saying that I would. I'm not calling for arms, but they have the right to overthrow without say, hey, we're going to go ahead and redress grievances. You guys got to fix these things. We're not a commerce anymore. You took us back to our Declaration of Independence was to take us away from that. Remember, Magna Carta, we became our own Constitution, Bill of Rights and Declaration of Independence, not to the Queen. We've been put back under that, brothers, sisters. You don't know that happened, but that's why it's a corporation. That's all commerce, all to funnel the money from your merchant number or what you call your card or social. It's a credit card issued in your name at birth. It's called a Social Security card today, but that's not what that is. Tax ID number, PIN number, Social Security number, it's all that same merchant number. I gotta take this phone call real quick, guys. I gotta come up with the land payment money for the other property, the 5-acre parcel that I have for sale, and I have to put that in the bank by today because that's actually due on the 15th, and I actually don't have the money for that, and it'll be okay. I don't care about land. I don't care about any of this anymore. I mean, I have the money to pay this one, and I have the money to pay the other two parcels from, but I don't have the money to pay for the 100, the 5 acres. Remember, I just had to pay for gas to go down to a thing for a trial that didn't even exist. So they just wasted a bunch of my money. So I got to figure out. I don't want to talk about money, guys, but I got to go get some food in my belly and figure out how to come up with this $150 that I need to put in the bank by today because I don't have any more days. It's Friday and I can't put it in there on the weekend. They don't have that kind of. There's not even an ATM at this little tiny credit union. So I love you, brothers, sisters. I'd like to stay on here, but I get some food in my belly. I haven't eaten either, and the last thing I'm concerned about is money. So um, I'll get it taken care of. I'll try to get back on here for the end of the day, and if I don't pay the land payment, it's not the end of the world. I've never missed one, but unfortunately, with this payment, I can't miss a payment, or it does go back to the title company that has the payment. I'm just a couple payments away, or probably like 4 or 5 payments, but it is what it is. It's just land, and it's meant to be. So I don't want to stay on here any longer, and I need to figure out a way to, I don't know, maybe I'll get somebody to give me a loan or something again, you know, trade or something. I've got some assets. I've got a bunch of stuff on the marketplace. I don't know, 30 something. So just nothing's moving. No, nothing, no hits on anything. And I believe it's just still part of this, you know, they can shut your marketplace down. They can do a lot of things like that, you know, with the electronics. So I think I better go try to do something organically, maybe find somebody that will buy something. I have some survival stuff. I don't know, maybe some tools. Maybe somebody will buy one of the tools out here from me. I can sell something, and I'll be back later on today after I get that accomplished, and I'll continue to come on here and call out this government and expose what is about. Pretty good sneaking suspicion that things are going to get not great again, but things are going to get rougher. So um, thank you for everybody who supported my um, change here with so much cursing and stuff and can see me through this very difficult time in my life. But I'm going to push as hard as I can on this state of Oregon and with Lake County to get this into trial or file a change of venue so that I can clear my son's name. I have the evidence to clear his name. And under the affirmative defense, I have not done anything unconstitutional. I have that right in a criminal trial to protect my self-defense, okay, justification and excuse defense. So I know from the beginning of inserting this right and why I've been able to do what I've been able to do is because I know and I'll continue to assert my rights. But I need to assert my time now and go. I mean, again, guys, I apologize. They just had to spend money for gas to drive 2 fucking hours away for a trial. They didn't even need to bring me down there. If my son had already missed the appointment in September, why did they even? I was the only one. You know, and then I brought some witnesses down there with me and I bought them lunch. It was nice enough to drive a couple fucking hours away and a couple hours back when I didn't even have that. So I'd have probably had another almost $100, but I had to spend that with this waste of my time, but it isn't because it all is what it is. So I'd probably be about $50 short. So it is what it is. We all have bills. So let me go take care of mine and I'll come back when I can, you know, hopefully get this taken care of because I still need to go make a deposit. And so much agape and phileo. If you can, you know, have a monetary donation, there is a PayPal link in the bio um, and a Cash App. If you have somebody closer to you can help first, please try to help them. The people in your immediate area, family. I constantly say that I don't want to take anything from somebody who cannot have is less fortunate. I just don't have things or nothing selling, so I'm trying to get things sold. So if I get off here, quit beating my gums the whole time, maybe I can go have somebody buy a tool from me or something, and I'll be back for the end of the day. Thank you for everybody who has again put up with my cursing and the change in the ministry here. But I'll get it taken care of. I will take this case to a Supreme Court, and it's not forever. It's probably going to take a couple years to pull this through. This is a massive, massive case. So uh, I'll be back working at it. Okay. It is the most important thing. I need to keep myself from going to prison, and I need to keep my son and clear his name and keep him from going to prison. But I, just like everybody else, I've got just regular bills in mine, although they're just for land payments. I don't want to miss this land payment on this land because it is set up on contract where it comes out of the bank. And if I don't have it, the money in there, I'll receive an insufficient fund. Then this is set up where if it's not there, it goes right back. I knew that, but that's why I set it up in the bank so it would come out and I wouldn't have to worry about it. You know, it wouldn't forget it, and it's like an allotment. So I better get to the bank before the end of the day, and I don't have all day, and it's a credit union. I don't have an outside ATM or something. It's not like I go if something's tomorrow, because it's actually due on the 15th, but the bank is closed. That's Sunday, right? So much agape, and much phileo for all the support of your time, and I'll see you guys again. Um, Father willingly, Shiloh willingly, for the end of the day. Maybe something will pop here for me, so to speak. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I can't figure it out on here, and I don't want to sit here and grift anybody and try to make somebody do something that I don't. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I'll be back again sometime uh, soon. Okay? I love you, brothers, sisters, and please hug the people you love and tell them, bring them to the word, please, and do that to people you don't love too. And don't forget about yourself, guys. Really put yourself through the word, please. Put the word on yourself, please. Please put yourself through this word. It will find you. It will tell you what you need to be doing. Please read Matthew 10:34. I say it often because it's the backbone of this ministry. 10:34 through 39. Okay, it'll give you an idea what you're here to do and what it is your purpose. Hopefully it calls you to your purpose. So find it. Don't hide that light in the basket. Give that shekel to the man with 5. No, you don't do that. Don't use the skill set that you have. You're wall of a part here in what we're doing. So I got to break away and take care of some financial things and some money issues. And um, soon my life will probably have no money issues because I'm giving everything I own away. I will only need fuel, which I should be able to self-sustain myself on fuel costs. And I have lots of food for the future. So I have water filters. And so I should be okay. I just got to make through this last kind of, I don't know, whatever this case is, however long it takes. A couple years is probably what it's going to take. But if I can see the end, because I'm a veteran, I know how to pace myself. I know not to come out too strong in a marathon. You finish strongest is when you win. You beat the race. You win the race. Your hands held high in victory. So I don't know where the finish line's at, but I'm going to pace myself. I'm not going to overdo it. So I'll be back. I know it seems like I'm going, hard, but I'm. This is, consistent speed that I think I can keep up. So let me get these other little details taken care of, and I'll be back. Okay? Like John Connor or like Terminator. No, like when Christ left that folded veil when Jesus found it. Hallelujah. Love you, brothers, sisters. I love my son, Elijah John Werner. I will clear his name, and I will help him to retain his innocence again and get his life back. And I will die, fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison, not with arms. There'll never be any kind of evidence to come against me saying I wanted people. I told you I'm going away. I'm going to the woods and fishing while you're fighting with each other. So there'll be no way to say that I was inciting any kind of violence. I do want to let you know about the Declaration of Independence. It is your duty as a citizen of this country, state, that you overthrow this tyrannical government and you use first the right to address grievances without well-regulated militia. If they don't want to redress the grievance, if they will not, so then we remove them with the arms. But that's not me. I'm going to be away from that. I'm doing mine with my mouth. I'm dissolving it financially. You guys fight with it and do whatever you want. I'm going to dissolve it from the inside out. Dissolve the corporation through subrogation. Challenge my jurisdiction of judicial capacity, and will file for the pound of attorney and then redistribute this wealth to, again, hear what the Lord say unto the churches. I will pour that, whatever, the dollars, if they come back. They're held up, which is fine. They're not going to war. They're not going to send those dollars to Ukraine. They're not going to go kill Iranians and Israelis. They're not going to go to Yemen. These dollars are froze up. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Father, for that ability, for doing that for this country and for the other people where that would fund more. So if we don't get a dime back, we did hold it up. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's how we're going to do this. If this war machine can't fund itself through subrogation and judicial jurisdictional challenge, and a notice of liability, brothers and sisters. We will take this constitutional republic back by dissolving the corporation. Father's showing me how this is going to work, but most people won't. And even if I don't, I will be doing it on my own. I have already done it by not claiming any kind of, commerce. I'm not commerce. I'm a private. I'm always acting in private, in my own business, private capacity, never in commerce. Okay, that is who I am. Never in commerce, never in a capital letter name. Always engaged in private, never in commerce. I have my own right of privacy in my own place, right? Be secure. So I'm operating in a private capacity, not in commerce, just so you know. And they can't convict me. So I'm not concerned about a conviction. I'm concerned about the conviction of my son. And it's still not judicial in an Article 3 court. It's all revised statute, so I can go back on anything that they do. The Constitution is so powerful. That's why it's God-given and protected. Okay, guys, so if you'll search your rights, not freedom, your rights, you can protect yourself. Just like he said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They came out to Lavoy Finnick and me, and I'm still here. So Father evidently is not done with me yet. So fuck you, you stupid pigs. They're in here, they're watching us, people in government, and anybody who works for 40% of the population is my enemy. They're an enemy of the state. And if you lick this government boot, any of these people who work for this 40% of the people who work for the government, they're pigs. You understand? And if you support this corporation, you are my enemy. And I want you to unsubscribe to this channel right now. Don't ever let that door hit you on the way out when you go, and don't come back. You're not welcome here ever again. If you're not willing to separate yourself, okay, and you don't have to do it at the level, you can just do it on a cross by becoming imprisoned, brothers and sisters, by taking up your cross, okay? Just support it as least as you can, but that's not my measure. My measure is much more, but you should be rebuking this corporation by not partaking in it. That's in the word. Do not partake in unfruitful works of darkness. So I don't feel like I'm leading you in any way that's out of what the text says in this new covenant. So you were warned from your founding, the founding, what they call fathers, which is, I rebuke that. Father means papa. So fuck George Washington. He was a 33-degree Mason, and he brought this back onto the corporation. You're just too stupid to know what's going on here. It's stupid. I'm seriously, if you've been in here long enough, and I told you there's a difference between stupidity and ignorance, as you've been told. So I guess that's the difference between a black eye and two black eyes. Is he didn't listen the first time, right? So, hey, violence, brothers, sisters, just a joke. Don't be anxious, brothers, sisters. Father creates and writes all things. He gave us Shiloh, so follow that covenant of the new, and you'll be crowned a king in this age soon. Nobody knows the day or the hour, but Paul said you would see that day approaching. I'm a Magi. I've given you plenty of celestial markers, plenty of spiritual agricultural markers. I gave you the parable of the fig tree. I might end with that, guys. Are you producing fruit? I've given you the parable of the fig tree. There are many parables. Remember, that evil and adulterous sign will look for generation, will look for a sign. The only sign they'll be given is the sign of Jonah. I've given you two signs during the April 8th, and then the Honga Tonga, which leads to Revelation 16 and 21. You might want to study this channel. I've been covering things that are as above as below. They'll happen above our head. Will have the effects on the earth here. So thank you, Father, for making me a Magi. Thank you for making me a teacher. Thank you for helping Brother Jim to put the narrow way on me, that word, just like I'm telling you to do. And this ministry was created because Brother Jim put the word on me. Not his opinion, but he said I lacked fellowship. So he put the word on me. He told me that's what you're supposed to do in Scripture, and I'm not doing it. So he put the word on me. He wasn't nice to me. He wasn't stupid. He gave me the word. Hallelujah. Thank you, Brother Jim. Thank you for creating Brother Jim, Father, and to have him as a pastor and a teacher. So go see Grace and Truth Ministries, Brother Jim Brown, and you don't ever have to come back here. Love you. Much Agape and Phileo. I am Pastor Apocalypse. I am a living revelation. I'm broadcasting here, and the law enforcement's watching. So bring your case. State of Oregon, bring your case. Oregon, whoever has a case against me, bring it forward so we can get this handled. All I've ever asked for you is to get resolution, not revolution. So I will not fight with guns. I will use my mouth, and I will fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison. And that's what their YouTube evidence is against me, but never with arms, brothers, always armed with the Constitution. Assert your rights, use them or lose them. Pastor Revelation. Welcome to the new age. Whoa.